Hello, everybody. Welcome to the V1 Season 7 kickoff show here in Bahrain for round number 1. I am your host, Nico, and with me today, two-time V1 race winner and Season 2 world champion, Slay Raccoon. How you doing, Slay?
Hello. I'm doing great. And how are you doing today, Nico?
So far, so good. Excited for a new season. Looks like we're going to have a pretty full grid. We got some people missing from practice right now, but it should be all 20 drivers come race time, so I'm really looking forward to it.
As am I, because I will be competing with these fellow drivers today, and hopefully I can pull off a points finish for my reserve driver, or as a reserve driver.
Yeah, that's going to be exciting. Got a couple of champs on the grid, actually, and we'll get into that. And, since we're here, might as well start with our preview. Let's go ahead and take a look at the Season 7 schedule. 12 races, which is the standard for this season and previous V1 seasons as well. New addition to this season, we'll go over all the changes, is 3 sprint races for the first time in V1 history. Slay, what do you think of that?
I think the sprint races are going to add a new factor to the racing, definitely increase points production. The choices for the tracks for the sprint races are quite questionable. Spain, good choice. Kota and Baku, bit questionable, but it's probably going to end up being more fun. So we'll see as the future of the season goes on.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting for sure. Baku is a track that we've never raced in V1 before. I think it had one custom cup race with maybe a handful of drivers, but nothing to the extent of V1.
I believe Baku did have a custom series race. I know Purge had his own F1 season, and that was the only race we ever did, and I won it twice because everyone wrecked out.
Yeah, so looking at the schedule, of course, we're starting in Bahrain, ending in Brazil. I don't know, I said Brazil. Ending in Brazil, which is always the standard. We've pretty much always done it that way. Then we go to Jeddah, which is a challenging track. We've raced there 2 times. I think RBN has won both times in Jeddah. And then we head to Canada, a staple, I think.
Canada is a staple
schedule.
for round 3 of the season. Well, it hasn't been every season because I think it was season 4 or 5 that it wasn't included. But
yeah.
every race that we've had in Canada has always finished with a second place being within at least a second of the leader.
Yeah, Canada always provides absolutely incredible racing. Spain, like you said, decent track, pretty middle of the road, average track. I think when I think of Spain, I think of, regular racetrack. I think it's kind of the Indy GP of F1. It's just kind of one of the tracks of all time. Not bad, not great.
Personally, I would choose the other track that was in Spain that F1 used to go to. That used to be called the European Grand Prix. That track was way better.
I think Jerez is a great track. If that was in the F1 games, that would be an incredible choice.
Yeah.
He's talking
Yeah,
about
bring it back.
Yeah.
Oh. Did he?
Oh, Valencia. Yeah, that's what it was. Valencia.
Oh, Valencia.
And yes, he did just speak in.
Came and left. All right. Yeah, Valencia as well would be a great choice. Also not in the game though, so shout out to EA Sports for that one. Then we head to, of course, Monaco, round 5, which, looking at the schedule, I think is the 500th Vantage race in the history of Vantage. I think that's how it plays out. So that should be
Let's hope for it.
a pretty good one. It's going to be a Monaco night race. Then we head to Austria, another track that's been on most of the schedules of V1 history. Always great racing at Austria. And then we start at the second half of the season with Spa, another staple of V1. And then for the first time in V1 history, Baku with the sprint race. I think we chose to give Baku a sprint race for a couple of reasons. One, that we think Baku is going to provide great racing. Maybe not the most popular in terms of votes for whatever reason. People don't like Baku, but I think it could provide really good racing. That's why we gave it a sprint. It's either going to be terrible or a great idea. I guess we'll see.
I think the main reason why people don't like Baku, me included, is because it's like Monaco. It's a very, very compacted track, not a lot of room for error, so a lot of people can easily make mistakes and just ruin their race or get out of the race entirely. Especially since it's somewhat mid-pack of the season. If you wreck out there, you could really lose your chance of the title.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially because it's a points race. That could be, a sprint race. That could be a huge swing. Then round 9, Monza, another classic track. Always pretty good racing there. Loud for whatever reason is really good at Monza, especially when it's in the wet. Wet and Monza equals loud balloon podium for whatever reason.
Yeah, we haven't had a dry Monza race, I think, since season 2.
Yeah, it's always, at least for a portion of the race, sprinkling at one point or another. So Monza's one to look out for. Then we head to Kota. Always pretty good racing with the sprint race, so that should be interesting. And then we finish out the season with Singapore back on the schedule for the first time since season 5, I believe. And then, of course, classic finish in Brazil.
Good old Brazil. Can never go wrong there.
Yeah, Brazil always provides great racing, great finale. I think most F1 fans will agree that Brazil is a good finale over the likes of
I
Abu
believe
Dhabi.
I believe it was season 4 or 5 where we had that insane championship battle that was decided by two of the Aston
Accidents.
Martins taking each other out.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it was Yes and Hot Dog coming together on the either last or second to last lap.
It was the final lap.
It was the
All they
final
had to
lap.
do
Yeah.
was, I think all they had to do was maintain position, and it was I forgot who won the championship, but it was whoever in second in points was gonna win it that way if they didn't take each other out.
Yeah, that was a super controversial moment. Yes hasn't really raced since then. He'll be making his return, I believe, as a sub. Maybe not today, but he is registered as a reserve driver for this current season.
He should be reserving today.
And he just might. We'll have to see. But anyways, that's the schedule for season number 7. 12 rounds, 15 races in total, counting the 3 sprint races. Let's head to the new prizes for season number 7. Yeah, we have...
Something I wish was implemented since season 2, so I can get some money.
Yeah, that would have been great. So for the first time ever, we have cash prizes in V1, $50 or US equivalent to the driver's champion, $10 to each constructor, maximum of 2. So you can't just go switching teams last minute trying to get a constructors championship. $10 to the quote unquote For the Streets award, which is basically whoever scores the most points at the 4 street circuits that we're racing on this season gets $10. And then $5 to the rookie of the season. So of the 4 rookies, the whoever has the most points basically gets that $5.
And oh, hang on, I'm on the wrong picture. And for the rookie battle, we got Clutch, longtime Vantage racer, except he doesn't really show up that much. We got Mike Tyson. He's coming in here. I believe he's gonna be at least right there in the battle, but I'm not entirely sure if he could actually pull it off. We got Sweatback Flame, notorious F1 racer in obviously EA
leagues.
games.
Yeah.
He's also got his own stream, so if you want to show some love, go to him, subscribe, follow, comment some funny jokes to him. He'll love it. Havoc Gamer, our final rookie in this field of 20 something drivers. I don't really know much about him, but based on his current practice qualifying times, he's doing some pretty good times, and I believe he will be fighting for the win here today.
Yeah, we don't really know. Coming in, we're more familiar with Mike Tyson and Clutch in terms of Vantage performance and starts, but this would be Sweatback Flames and Havoc Gamers' first ever starts in Vantage. So it's kind of hard to gauge coming into today where they kind of stand. But yeah, those are the rookies to look out for. Those 4 rookies fighting for Rookie of the Season. Let's go ahead and look at the changes for this upcoming season, Season 7 of V1. So as you know in real life, the FIA removed the fastest lap point. Not here in V1. We actually added an extra point. So pole position gets 1 point. And of course, fastest lap point does remain as well. That only counts for the main Grand Prix, not for sprint races.
Yeah, unlike actual FIA governing body, we don't make bad decisions.
Yeah, we try to make pretty good decisions here. And then, of course, we're adding sprint races. For those weekends, of course, they're going to be a little bit longer. So we'll have a short quali instead of a full quali for those weekends. That way we don't spend, 2.5 hours just qualifying or something like that and then have to race. And then the point system. So the normal FIA F1 sprint point system is 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Obviously for the top 8 drivers. We went with a little bit of a different system. We went 10, 7, 5, 3, 2, 1. Some of you long time Vantage racers might recognize that from the old Penumbra Cup days. That is the point system used in Penumbra Cup. So top 6 get points, no bonus points, just straight up top 6 places get points in the sprint. So that's going to be something to look forward to. Kind of looking forward to that. See how that plays a part in the championship. Returning drivers. So these guys have missed at least 1 full season of competition since returning. And that's Chase Tobin, Abe is here, and Connor U Reds. 3 very successful drivers in the history of V1. Combined 11 wins, 27 podiums, and of course, Chase won the Season 4 World Championship. So we got some pretty talented drivers coming back to the grid.
Yes, we do. Not to mention, we also have some people, including myself, coming back after not really competing full time as reserves. But unfortunately, some schedules can't be kept to be full time, so we just come in and join what we can.
Yeah, yourself and yes, handful of wins between you two. Of course, like I said, two wins for you, multiple podiums, and that Season 2 title. And then yes has a couple of wins and podiums as well in his history. And you guys are coming in as reserves, not full time drivers as of yet, anyways.
Yeah, maybe Season 8. We'll see.
Yeah, maybe Season 8. So going through, we took a look at the rookies already. Let's take a look at our defending two-time champion. Who can dethrone RBN is the question I think everyone is asking. Let's take a look at some of his records. He has the most points in a season, most wins in a season, most titles back-to-back, Season 5 and 6, most wins in a row, and then the most podiums in a season back in Season 5. He podiumed every single race that season.
He is clearly the vantage version of Michael Schumacher in his insane second or first place finishing season.
Yeah, he's on an incredible streak. He missed 2 races last season and still managed to win 7 races overall and the title. Won 4 in a row to end the season. He's won 4 in a row 3 separate occasions, I think it was, in V1 just in the last 2 seasons. So
I might have to fact check that at some point after the race, but I believe that might be true.
Yeah, I know he won 4 in a row to close this season and to close Season 5. And I think before that, he even won 4 in a row in the middle, like the beginning of Season 5. And then he finished like 3rd or something to break the streak. But yeah, RBN, man to beat. Let's take a look at the all-time wins list real quick here. You can see RBN, double everyone else, 18 wins all-time. Loud Balloon in second. You can see the rest of the drivers. We've gone through 68 races here. You're on the list, of course. 2 wins. Maybe you can bump it up to 3 here today.
I'm not sure about that, but I'll be trying.
And then you can see the rest of the list there. But yeah, RBN is the man to beat. He's only been racing for 3 full seasons, already double the wins here. So he's 2 wins away from 20 wins. Very impressive. Of course, the man to beat. And yeah, before qualifying, or rather the practice session comes to an end here, would you like to head out on track before we do our predictions and give us a little rundown of today's track?
I sure will. I am heading out right now.
All right, so let's go on board if we can. Once Slay gets out on track, he's going to give us a little rundown of the Bahrain Grand Prix, the Sakir International Circuit. There we go. Subbing for Williams today, by the way, for those of you who aren't privy on that.
All right. Make sure I don't actually impede anyone's lap. Thankfully, Blue have already passed me, so gotta make sure I get a bit of distance here as I go into turn 1. Little spin of the tires, that may not be good, but just to do anything I can to get some heat in these things. It is, for some reason, the morning, so driving down into turn 4, I am completely blind, but thankfully I can somehow see the markers for the corner. Right now I'm not at full power, I'm on lean just to save in the barely 3 laps of fuel I've got and no ERS deployment, so make sure I get a good run in. Sorry, there was a thing going on in the...
You're good.
Something else, yeah. Difficult corner right here to make sure you don't spin your tires on the heat up, because if you do, your tire lap could be completely washed. Alright, now as I climb up this hill and this tricky S's here, this right-hander, very tricky if you touch that corner, or the curb. Coming out of the second to last corner, that's when I switch the fuel onto standard, or the fastest you can. Left side, there are 3 orange barriers that you drive by, and on the last one I hit to hot lap, brake hard, and floor it out of the final corner to begin this hot lap. Hit the DRS, turn it on, hit the line to start the time. Very much want to stay somewhat center left of the track until you get it close to the braking point here. Lift and brake just before the 100-meter mark. Carry some speed into the first corner. A little overdrive, but that's fine. Make sure you hit that second turn apex and third turn apex just right. Never want to give too much, but just kiss it barely. Once you come down the straightaway to turn 4, you want to drive right on this white line into the apex, touch that curb, come out wide, make sure you carry the speed. Here, this trick, your right-hander or left-hander could wash out a lot of drivers, as I nearly lose the car there, but keep it together. Brake early and to carry some speed into this corner, just barely touch the apex, bring it out, don't touch that curb. That curb can wash away your lap time. Coming into this corner, I like to lift at this white line that you might see, and the brake, carry speed, and carry the throttle out of that corner. Angle just between the R and the second A of the Ramco sign, just to get a good line towards the braking point here. Brake just after that 100 meter, carry the speed and floor it up towards around the outside, back to the inside, and carefully avoid that curve because you can wash out, get a bit of curve on the exit, brake, a little bit early there, hits the apex, come out, barely get on the curb, get off the curb, carry the speed. Now it's just a bit of a straight line towards the last corner where you want to brake just before that sign overhead, and then floor it and through about the apex of this corner. And now it's just a drag race to the line, activate the DRS in time, and line for a minute 30.842. Of course, not the fastest lap you'll see, but
improve on your personal
run down
best
here at Bahrain.
All right, well, as you finish up that lap there, let's go ahead and get into some predictions. I'll let you get back to the garage here. I'll go through my predictions while you finish up your cooldown lap. Here is my overall season predictions. You can see on your screen. I'm predicting if we get a full season of Abe is Here, and this is, of course, not taking into account the Sweatback and Havoc Gamer performance that we didn't know coming into today. But my 5 in the championship is Abe is Here, RBN in second, Chase in third, Hot Dog and Prince, your top 5, all relatively close on pace, especially that top 3. And then, yeah, I'm predicting the constructors to be Mercedes in first place, McLaren in second, Ferrari, Alpine, and Williams. Of course, Williams with a reserve needed here today, so hopefully Slay can get some pretty good points from that. But Williams, of course, La Balloon, and ZP. And yes, meant to be a pretty good, close season. Those are my predictions, and Slay should be coming into the pits right now. We'll let him do his predictions, and then we'll cut away for a little bit as the drivers' meeting is about to start.
I'm just bringing in the pits right about now. The pit assist thing is something I gotta get used to again, because I only ever used it for last season. Let me just find my predictions, wherever they are. Now, here we go.
All right.
So for my top 5 for the Constructors Championship, I based everything off everything I know about the drivers. So the new Haas boys are not affiliated in this because, you know, I have no factual documentation of their driving skills or how they race. But I actually do have them for the constructors, so I kind of redacted my statement there. But for top 5 in constructors, I personally think it's going to be a Mercedes and McLaren battle for this title because of who is on those teams, as you just stated earlier. Go back and find it real quick. Yeah, because you got Chase and Abe is Here in Mercedes, and you have Hot Dog and Carney, your Reds, and McLaren. Those 4 have been top 4 almost every season, with the occasional RBN taking a win, or someone else just coming out on top and getting a top 5 finish in there based off their own mistakes. Then after that, I've got myself going for... I gotta scroll through everything again because I didn't take screenshots. I was not prepared. Third, I'm gonna have to give it to Alpine. You got my boy Purge in there with was it 2-time runner-up Prince Aru?
Yep, back-to-back runner-ups.
Yeah, I believe they can score some good points, and of course you got ZP and Loud and Williams. Of course, I'm subbing in for ZP today. I believe they're going to be a top 5 contending team because Loud has been consistently fast every season. Season 1 and 2, maybe not as good as he wanted to be, but he was always there competing for the wins. And then, of course, you have the new Haas boys of Comeback Flame and Havoc Gamer. Unknown, but from what I've seen from Comeback Flame's streams, he's pretty good. So I believe that he could be fighting for some wins, and he could help his team get in the top 5 in constructors. For The Drivers' Championship, of course, number one. You got to give it to two-time defending champion RBN. He's gonna do what the Chiefs can't do this year. I truly believe it. Even though he's missing round one, he's gonna come back. He's gonna dominate. He's gonna win three in a row, the first ever three-peat. In second, I'm gonna give it to Hot Dog. Also not here today, but again, he's really good. To me, he is not. He's the Max Verstappen of us, even though the stats don't show it. He is super Hot Dog. I truly believe he's gonna come back. He's gonna do well. He's gonna give RBN a run for his money, and at the end of the year, I believe he will finish at least second in the points. And third, I'm gonna give it to Chase. He's been improving every season that I've seen him race. But the question is he championship worthy this year? Can he finally pull it off? Can he? Actually, I forgot that he already won a championship, but can he win it again?
Yeah, he did win the season 4 championship. But that was on a different game, so
Yeah,
it'll be interesting to see how it translates.
yeah. And then behind him, I've got his teammate Conryu Reds. Great driver, but his attendance has always been an issue. Usually shows up to about 60 to 75% of the races, which usually hinders his chance at a championship. He had a good run in season 4, but because of what happened with the Aston Martins, he could not come out on top. And then for my final pick, I have to give it to Prince, two-time runner-up. But honestly, I don't believe he's got what it takes to win a championship. At least not yet. I think he's gonna slightly regress this year, and he's gonna finish about fifth place in points. Maybe better, who knows? Because V1 has so many random moments in its history that you can never really get any of your predictions correct.
All right, well, that's going to do it for the Sleigh Rocker predictions and for the pre-race show. So we're going to go ahead and, drivers, if you're listening to this, go ahead and head over to the drivers meeting stage right above this in the VC. If you're waiting at home watching, we'll be right back. We'll head to a short break and then we'll start qualifying. So thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll see you shortly.
Bye.
be really late on the brakes. Not quite though. Scoreless. Look at the toe.
Crazy, Joe. Look at him magnetize onto him.
So expensive.
Oh!
Oh, yes, he is. Here he comes. Up the inside, Nava. Into the lead of the race, no. Oh, he gets the light balloon. Up the inside, he's 3 wide for the lead. They touch. He's going to go into the grass. Cheats out of the race. It might be close by the end of the color straight. No, it's not.
He's going to have DRS. Willis, you're going to find some heavy contact. And Lamborghini's going to get him here. On the outside, Rock will switch back around. He's a turn. And on the final lap.
Driver. No! They're both going around. Neither of them are getting on the podium. Chases him down to the bottom. Touch. No, we won't. He's not going again. Yeah, well, that's going to the wall there. Just like Boyd did. Fireworks are going off on and off the track. That's the corner of the end. They touch again. A drag race, side by side. And here we go. The photo finish into the line on the outside. On the middle. Trying to get 2. The vice one. Trying to get 3. The vice one. And he down. He is 4 in a row. And the single 6 105 days since the last V1 race, a name change and a new season and a new schedule. A full grid on lock here today. We have 20 drivers competing for pole position here at Bahrain, round number 1 of the new season. Welcome everybody to V1, the highest point. My name is Nico here today, and we have a ton of new faces and a ton of returning faces. Who's going to be first out on track is the question. Lots of new different driver lineups. We'll go through everything as the race continues. But we got a full qualifying session. Full 3 qualifying format here today, as we do have a full grid. Some drivers coming out on track now. 18 minutes. First driver on track is Juicy, contender for the Season 5 Rookie of the Season. If you missed a pre-race show, you can always go back and re-watch it after the stream is over, or you can go back now and re-watch from the very beginning. Here on YouTube for the first time with V1, hopefully Elliot Lang should be joining us a little bit later into the broadcast. And yeah, back at Bahrain, under the lights. 20 drivers, 5 are going home here in Q1. If you're not familiar with how Formula 1 qualifying works, 3 qualifying sessions. We eliminate 5 in Q1, 5 in Q2, and then the final 10 make it to Q3 for the pole position shootout. Driver who gets pole position this season, new bonus point for pole position, so we could have a championship leader. We will have a championship leader, actually, at the end of qualifying. Well, let's go ahead and take a look at Juicy. He's going to be the first driver to start a flying lap here. And turn the car volume up so you can hear those V6 hybrid turbo engines at their maximum glory. Into turn 1, Juicy with full DRS. Be careful not to get invalidated here. And immediately off the track. No damage. No, there is damage there. He's missing his a bit of his front wing. Who else is on track starting their flyer? It is Slay Raccoon, the Season 2 champ, my guest on the pre-race show. Subbing here today at Williams for that guy ZP. Gonna get some pretty good points. Tyler Fink, and already Tyler Fink electing to not qualify, so he'll be trying his usual last to first strategy. And we got some other drivers. Mozzie Boy, a driver back from Vantage old days, as he locks up straight into turn 1. That's going to be no good for his qualifying lap. So rocker all the way out, using the maximum track limits there that is allotted. 2 wheels off the circuit should be okay. Anything more, you risk getting invalidated. Towards the final corner now. Sleigh Rocker in his Williams. Sleigh Raccoon, rather. Formerly Sleigh Rocker. Still getting used to that name change here in Vantage. Off the final corner, though. Full throttle, full battery deployment, and DRS will be open in now. To the line, 130.189. We'll see who can beat that. Here's Chase. His teammate Abe starting a qualifying lap now. There's another Red Bull in the background coming across the line. That is Propaganda starting a lap. Juicy coming into the pits. Looks like he had a rough lap here. His teammate Clutch FL Man, one of the rookies fighting for the Rookie of the Season award himself. Both the Haas drivers of Havoc and Sweatback Flame as he goes a little bit off the pace there. I think that was just more of an outlap than anything else. Technically, Mozzie.
Yeah, if that's a competitive lap, then I have bad feelings about him.
And Chief Negru goes fastest with the 129.050, so over a second faster than Slay right now. Welcome, Elliot, to the booth.
I always like to make a sudden entrance.
Yeah, no Ford chime or nothing. Just came in here out of nowhere. All right. That should be good. So, qualifying laps coming in hot and fast now. You saw Purge, 4/10 off of Sleigh Raccoon. Chase, the Season 4 champ, by the way, made it known that he has not played F124 yet, so he might have a bit of a steep learning curve. Currently sits in 4th right now. Loud, the Season 3 champ, trying to make a comeback. Speaking of comeback, there's Comeback popping in 6th place. Lots of new names, lots of old names. There's a lock up there for Mozzie in the 2nd Ferrari. A lot of drivers without a single second on track. Propaganda goes fastest. 129.011. Elliot, what do you think of the Bahrain International Circuit here in Sakir?
You know, it's always been a very interesting circuit. Featured a lot of alternate layouts, a lot of variations in how it's driven. But this is the most recent layout, which is what we've had in F1 since 2005, 2004. It's worked very well. I feel like this turn 1 braking zone is always been very good. A little bit hard to overtake there in turn 2 on that little kink back, but then all the way the run down to turn 3 slash turn 4-ish. I forget which term they use for it. Yeah, it's turn 4. All the way down to turn 4. A lot of curb can be used there, which can provide a very good overtaking opportunity, because when you're on that curb, when the lead driver is on that curb, there's basically a whole track that you can send it in there, and it's tight enough of a corner where if you go in deep, you can cut them off on the exit and basically have a free pass.
Yeah, tons of time to be found all over. Tons of overtaking opportunities all over, especially if you're close within DRS. And of course, we do have equal performance on here for V1. So it is essentially a spec series. So the only thing that separates these drivers is their own skill at this point.
Yeah, looking at these laps here, I'm not seeing drivers be using a lot of curb. I remember thinking back to like the days of F1 2021 and F1 2020 and all that. All the esports lines were just 100% off the curb.
Similar to this, yeah.
Similar to this, yeah. That was every corner basically. So yeah, that was a little wiggle there for Tyler Fink.
That's Chase Tobin.
Oh, Chase Tobin, I thought.
A Vissel driver. Chase Tobin
Yeah.
making an appearance here in V1, the Season 4 V1 champion. Is he the first? I think he is. Max Van Beest has raced V1 before, but he's the first driver right now to make both a Vissel appearance and a V1 appearance.
Yeah, in the same season.
Let's see where he goes. He had that wiggle in the middle sector, and he proves just a little bit in 5th right now. Here's Brandon Gass, another driver in Vissel, actually. So, 2 Vissel drivers here today. On the double.
Across the line, he goes.
I think his lap might have gotten invalidated there.
It does appear to be invalidated. He remains in P20, no lap time set.
Let's see what Blue Brawler, his teammate at Aston Martin, can do. He's got a little bit of a toe from the car and head. He gets invalidated, though. so it's not going to
Yeah,
matter.
big questionable track limits there in the. What corner was that? That was the Trine Ultimate corner? Or
Yeah, bringing that turn back from yesterday. It sure was, and his session, or not session, but run is over. Where did Gas go? Oh, Gas actually did put up a time. I guess it took a while to post, but he goes 8th fastest. So he's safe for
caution
now.
in sector 2.
Let's
No
see.
flag out somewhere.
I think it's one of the Mercedes going slowly.
It looks like there's also a yellow flag there. It looks like, yeah, it's a Mercedes. It's who is that? Chase Tobin.
That's Chase. Looks like he's just trying to get out of the way of everybody.
Yeah. Or does he look here? He might be low on fuel.
He also, yeah, he's got the fuel flashing, so
Yeah, he's in low fuel mode right now, so he's very limited on speed.
he's in the top
You
7
look,
right
yeah,
now.
he's topping out at a 150 kilometers on the dot.
Mike Tython just said a purple middle sector here. Let's see if he can improve. Sits in 13th right now, so I don't know if he's safe necessarily. We still have 5 drivers yet to set even a single lap time.
Oh, he's getting the fuel light too. He's about to start losing it. This
Oh,
is his
yeah.
last opportunity.
Did not
He
improve.
does get across the line, though, before that fuel kicks in. That lack of fuel kicks in. Prince on an out lap now. He is one of the few drivers not to set a lap yet.
Yeah. There is Prince still on an out lap. We got Regent Terror, also known as Yes, in the pits. Havoc and Sweatback, the 2 rookies, also in the pits, the Haas boys.
Havoc just exited the pits onto his out lap.
Okay, so there he goes, Havoc Gamer. Important to note that, well, I guess it's not important, but it's interesting to note that the American team Haas, headed by 2 Canadian drivers, 2 Canadian rookies.
Very interesting.
And, oh, Mike Tython going extremely slowly here. What's going on there?
That's that fuel, I'm pretty sure. No,
We just had a moment that we missed.
yeah. Yellow flag in sector 3. Looks like it's a
McLaren.
McLaren. Maybe it's
Another driver in low fuel mode, perhaps.
yeah, he's coming into the pits. He's going very slowly into the pits there. He does not want to speed.
Carnegie Reds, the Season 3 V1 runner-up, hasn't made an appearance since the beginning of Season 5. Hasn't had a full-time season since Season 4. So a good return for him would be nice. Here's Prince. Runner-up in Season 5 and Season 6. Can he get over the hurdle today? He goes fastest in Sector 1.
Also note he's approaching a kick Sauber, which has causing some yellow flags there.
Hopefully no problems for Prince. He has to set a lap time here as we're well into the second half of Q1. Bit of a lock-up on the left side there. He was doing that a lot last
Big
season.
lock up. Yeah.
Full deploy, though, for that ERS, so he's on an absolute push-up. Let's see where he goes in the middle sector. Coming up to the end of Sector 2 up this hill here. This is a very difficult corner to get right sometimes. I've seen a lot of people spin out there. Fastest in the middle sector, so Prince is tracking very well right now. Can he jump to the top of the leaderboard?
Only just one more braking zone to go here. He has to nail this and get a good exit there. Uses a bunch of the curb on entry and on exit. Maximize the radius of the corner.
Pretty
He could have
good.
gone a bit further there, but still good enough.
So the line here, Prince, good enough for 4th fastest. Lost a little bit of time in Sector 3, like you said. Maybe, probably lost on the exit of, I think it's turn 15 there, final corner.
Yeah.
But still good enough for 4th. Does comeback Poppy improve any? He sits in 12th. Tyler Fink electing to do a last to first, as he always does, so he will be out. Blue Brawler, fastest middle sector. His teammate sits in 10th, Brandon Gass, so Blue Brawler looking to get at least out of Q1 for Aston Martin. Oh, he's got a bit of a car in front, maybe a slight toe from the
Kinda good
McLaren.
See, what's that gap there? I think is too big for him to stand.
Oh, it's
for
4th
2
fastest for Blue
seconds.
Brawler.
Though yeah, he does get the lap time down.
So good run for Blue. Havoc Gamer goes fastest by a
Oh,
full
man.
second. My goodness. So the Haas driver, the rookie, fastest so far. His teammate out on track here is Regent Terror, aka Yes. Look at that. He's using a bit of the exit line there. Oh, maybe he's just on an outlap right now. Going very slowly through Is that turn 3? Turn 4?
Yeah. So, yeah, it looks like it's going to turn 5. So the Haas team, they both lead and close out Q1,
Yeah.
first and last.
The entirety of the grid right now is a Haas sandwich, believe it or not.
That's a scary place to be.
Slay in the chat requests Elliot to not commentator curse him. So try your best with that. Clutch FL.
I didn't curse him last time, so
That's true. Doesn't mean you won't
I
do
only
it this time.
I only cursed Van Beest yesterday.
This is a real slow exit for Clutch to the line, though. What can he do? Does he improve any? No, he does improve, but he stays in 14th.
Yeah, he used all his overtake there, all of the battery he could. He's gonna have to spend a lap recharging that.
Yep, there's 3 minutes left, so these guys, Regent Terror, Sweatback Flame, by the way, is fastest in Sector 1. Terror,
Oh,
with a moment there, his lap is done for. No, maybe this is the end of his cooldown. Look at that, battery was at 100%, so
yeah.
I think this is going to be Terror's first real flying lap.
Though, unfortunately for him, there he got such a terrible exit. He's going to be down to probably about 4 tenths going into turn 1.
It is true. Oh, and it looks like a lockup into turn 1. His current time's a 1:38, which is 10 seconds off the provisional pole sitter. Well, first place in Q1 anyways, but he really just has to set a decent lap, and I think he'll probably get top 10.
Yeah, hopefully he can have a really good. Hopefully his first sector improves. I'd like to see how far down he is off of Havoc in the first sector.
Well, he's 2.8 seconds up on his personal best. Another lockup.
Oh, a lot of lockups there. He probably should roll back his brake bias slightly.
Here goes Sweatback Flame. His teammate sits first, and now he sits second. 1-2 for Haas right now in Q1.
Yeah, very impressive in the Haas garage right now. They've made something work. They definitely found a setup that they might like. A good aero balance there.
Haas winning that season 3 title with Loud Balloon back in the glory days. It's been down in the dumps ever since then. Regent Terror goes fastest in the middle sector despite the lockups.
Yeah, so many lockups for him there. He's going down the second to last, the final straight here.
Oh, another
All the
huge
curve
moment.
years. Oh, big moment there.
It looks like he has a lot of front brake bias, too much for his own liking.
Yeah, it looks like he just has a lot too much front end on that car. He might want to take out some front downforce and roll that brake bias back slightly.
He might not have enough time for that. There's a minute 30 to go. That might be
he
it.
does.
He's in 16th.
Yeah, he does not appear to have the time to get that change made. He's going to be out of qualifying.
Mozzie Boy's up on his personal best. He's got to improve. He is 4 seconds off the car in front here.
He needs to improve 5 seconds there to get out of Q1.
He's got to either do it here, and his battery's very low, or doesn't look like it's going to be enough. He's already at a
That does
minute
not
30.
look like there's enough now.
He does improve by 1.7 seconds, but he's still 2.5, 3 seconds off of the cars in front. So this is it. This is do or die. Regent Terror, his run is over.
Well, he still has a good chunk of battery. He could maybe be trying for something.
He could try, although he's 5 seconds off of his personal best in Sector 1. So
Yeah.
could be over. Comeback Poppy trying to make it out of Q1. Can he improve? Both kick salvers. Could be out in Q1. This could be rough. Lock up there. Oh, don't get invalidated. Wow.
It's going to be invalidated there.
It wasn't.
Oh, wow. Very interesting track limits there from the stewards.
Maybe it was deemed that he didn't gain time. Mike Tython. Does he improve any?
He's already used all his battery there, so he's... Oh, there goes Regent into the pits.
Regent is going to be out of qualifying. Comeback Poppy. Could be close for him. He's got to get a 130.8 if he wants to jump Clutch FL. He's got a slight toe from I think it's an Aston Martin in front of him. His teammate is out. Comeback Poppy across the line. Yeah. Is it good enough? It is! Fastest!
Oh, fastest lap. Okay, then. By 0.8 of a second.
How on earth did he find that pace? Comeback Poppy jumps everyone.
I think he got such a good toe off of Blue Brawler there.
I can't believe my eyes. He was 16th.
All right, now let's see what Mike Tyson can
Tython,
do.
I think he's done for.
Yep, he is done for. Everyone has set their lap times except Tyler Fink, who's electing never to qualify because he's fun like that.
Yeah, very interesting. So, first man out looks like is Clutch after a shocking display of pace from Comeback Poppy. My goodness. No disrespect, but I don't think I saw that coming.
I don't think
17th.
anyone did.
Especially because he was in 16th before that. So Mozzie is actually the first one out in the Ferrari. He did improve there at the end, but only good enough for 16th. Chase, first one in, first one out is Mozzie Boy. Let's see if he is privy for an interview. I don't know if oh yeah, I'm gonna bring him in here. As we get ready for Q2. So yeah, very interesting. Slay in the chat saying that Comeback Poppy being accused of grip hacks in the VC.
Very interesting there.
I'm gonna get Mozzie in the stage. Let's see if we can get Mozzie in here. He's in the stage right now. This drivers start to head out to track right now.
Oh, come on.
All right, so we got Mozzie in the booth. Can you hear us? Mozzie, you got us?
Not appear to be
Am I coming
pleased.
through? Yeah, hang on.
All right.
Yeah.
What's going on?
All right, so just a quick question here from the booth. You were the first one out in Q1. You did improve there at the end, but it was a stellar lap from Comeback Poppy that ended up knocking you out. What was your thoughts on that?
You lagged out like a lot. I did not hear anything.
Oh, can you hear us now?
Thing is like really bad right now. Yeah, I can hear you.
All right. So you were the first driver out in Q1. You improved there at the end.
Slow.
Can you hear us?
Hello.
All right, let's see. We'll try and get him back a little bit later on. I'm moving back to the League Race chat. Connection issue there. Can you? Oh my goodness. Connection issues there for Mozzie.
That was an interview, I think.
Yeah, yeah. All right, well, we'll see about Q2 then. So Comeback Poppy, can he improve? Can he replicate what we just saw? Borderline suspiciously fast.
Looking at now, both Aston Martins are right next to each other. They could be trying to give each other the toe, help each other out here.
And there's Bull Brawler getting out of the way for gas. I'm assuming they're going to return the favor on the next time by. Car locked up in front. So gas through to Q2. Both Astons through to Q2, using some teammate there. I know they were trying to get practice in over the course of the week. Brandon was having a lot of issues getting F1 working on his PC, had to switch over to his laptop. So it's been a bit of a nightmare experience, but through some ingenuity, he's got, I think, a monitor hooked up to his laptop, so he's playing on that. Bit of a rig going on. It'll be interesting to see How'd this go?
Lee on the track map, right behind him, right behind Gas, is a concentration of McLaren, Aston Martin, and Ferrari. But then further down the track, you see a bit of a train forming. They're approaching the final corner. So there's two little clumps of cars there that could be slowing each other down. That might be, you might want to have some more clean air here.
Yeah, Juicy goes fastest. He's the first driver to get a lap in. Havoc goes even faster, 128. Propaganda. Everyone getting their laps in right now. It's one of the... Okay, so Prince gets a lap in as well. And we're starting to see a huge disparity in pace, I think. With these trap drivers, Sweatback goes fastest.
Interesting to note, Prince is on the medium compound of tire.
Very interesting. Gas goes 5th fastest. Connor goes 8th fastest. Chieftain Crew goes 4th. Everyone getting their laps in at the same time. Blue with a 137. Of course, he was just using or acting as a tow for his teammate on that last lap, I should say. Lots of curb.
Yeah, a lot of curves really slowed him down there on that exit. Looking now, short yellow flag in section 1 there. Looks like for the Ferrari. Or McLaren, sorry.
Yeah, McLaren going slowly. There's a Ferrari going slowly in front of him. Oh, he's going to lose some time there. Get out of the way. I'm sure he's saying in the cockpit there. Fastest in Sector 1, though, for the Aston Martin of Blue Brawler.
Yeah, he appears to be going fast. Yeah, lap times are still slightly down from the end of Q1, which, no surprise, the track was... Everyone was going slowly there on their end laps, so that dirtied up the track a little bit. But yeah, I'd expect the times to drop even further as we see the McLaren pulling off to the side there. Both the Ferrari and McLaren in the back are going very slowly.
Yeah, he's trying to get out of the way there. Looks like Blue Brawler got a little bit of a tow from his teammate down this back straightaway. We'll see where he goes. Let's get the lap data out. So Blue Brawler is going to be setting his first flying lap here. Off
Good
of the
exit there.
final corner. That is a pretty good exit. Lots of speed. Where's this gonna put him? Across the line. Good enough for 5th. He jumps his teammate.
Yeah, ever so slowly. Gas all the way down to 8th now. Looking at it now, the middle from 5th all the way back to 11th, they're all within 0.3 of a second there, so that's very interesting.
All very, very close, and a bit of a jump to Aesop Purge. Comeback. Abe and Chase yet to set lap times, and I think he's going to now. Let's see. No, just cooking up. Oh, nope. Mercedes is coming
Going
in.
to the pit there.
Chase
Low
goes
in fuel,
4th.
it seems.
Chase goes 4th fastest. Comeback is now in 14th with a 131. Let's keep an eye on Comeback, because not to discredit his talent, but him pulling a 127 out of nowhere is shocking to everyone.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, and he pulled it out there so late. He had no lap time until the very end there, where he just had that one and done.
Yeah, and maybe
No competitive lap time.
maybe he's been cooking. I know he's made a couple starts in previous seasons, never done a full season. I don't think he's ever even done a half season. He's maybe had 5 total starts in his V1 career, but he's never really been cream of the crop. Of course, he could have been just working on his craft this entire time.
Yeah, this has all been strategy. Again, more lockups from Comeback Coffee. He's going to the pits, but yeah, he has a lot of lockups on his lap. That could be something to look at for the race. If he continues to have those, his tires are going to be gone.
Yeah, he's on the mediums right now. Abe's coming out on the softs, I think. But everyone except for Abe has got their first lap in. Slay Raccoon is the first driver into Q3. And Prince, right now, outside looking in, defending runner-up of V1 2 seasons running, is in danger of missing out on Q3 altogether.
Yeah, I mean, is he still on those medium compound of tires?
Looks like he's on softs right now.
Yeah, he switched to that soft compound of tire, but that can definitely help him as we see the V-carb pulling off there, giving him some room.
Yep, and that would have been Juicy. His arch nemesis, you could say. They've come together more than once. Oh, look at this. They're playing cat and mouse now.
Very interesting stuff going on here. Thankfully, no one's approaching the track, but...
Oh my goodness. They're literally almost coming to a dead stop. Head games already.
Yeah, we are down to 40... 50, okay, they're speeding up again. I think I don't know who really won that, or if it's. I think there
I
isn't
don't,
a winner
I don't
decided
know what
yet.
they're doing. Are they trying to get Slipstream? Oh, look at this. He's like getting
Oh.
right next to him. So, as mentioned, arch nemesis from seasons past, and now he's going to get a lot of Slipstream, is Prince. Congrats,
It's
maybe?
very important to note. What is that? That appears to be the Ferrari of Chief is on that same straight. They're racing here.
They're full on racing. Prince with the overtake in a turn 1 and a slight lockup on that right front.
Yeah, he did get big wiggle there for Prince.
Prince having a harvest. He's got his teammate in front of him and pulls out of the way. That is Aesop Purge.
Note also, Abel is starting his flying lap there. He's the only driver yet to set a time. As we see, Prince have another block up there in turn 9 or turn 8.
And another lockup here again.
Yeah, locks up both turn 8 and turn 10.
So Prince with some more locking up issues. We'll see if he can improve on his time. He was fastest in Sector 1, probably due in large part to the toe that he stole from Juicy, if we're being honest.
We also once again see both Red Bulls right next to each other, helping each other out, giving each other a toe.
Absolutely teamwork coming into play here. I think you mean both Astons.
Sorry, yeah, both Aston Martins. I still consider them part of Red Bull.
Let's see where Prince goes. Across the line here. Good enough for 4th place. Where does Juicy improve to? He doesn't. Okay, so dirty air for Juicy, not helping. Clean air and a stolen toe as Chief goes fastest for Prince. Puts him in 4th. Is he safe? We'll have to see. Does Gas improve here? He's giving a toe to his teammate. He's on an outlap. Turned in the favor there for Blue Brawler.
Does not improve. He's going to have one more chance at this, pretty much. He has to take a lap to warm up, to cool down his tires, put on some more battery. Maybe he might elect to stop to reset to the pits and just get some new set of tires on there.
Yeah, he's going to have to come in, probably get some new tires. I think he already went out and did a lap on these tires, and that's where he got the 130.199 for. He is the first car on the outside looking in. Purge here trying to improve. He does have Brandon's teammate Blue Brawler in front of him, so a little bit of dirty air right here in the middle part of the track. We got a couple of cars actually here in Sector 2.
Also, Abel, after not setting a lap, he goes 5th fastest with a 129.1.
Yeah, so Abe with a 5th place time right now, and I think Mozzie said he's good for an interview, so let's try and get him back in here. Where on earth did he go to? Oh, he's in the audience. Okay, perfect. Can Purge improve as we wait for Mozzie to join us? All right, Mozzie, it's Nico and Elliot in the booth. You got us?
Yeah, do I have to
We do, yes, sir.
Here.
Brilliant.
All right, so first car out of Q1. You did improve your time at the end there, but Comeback Poppy with a blistering lap time out of nowhere. How did that make you feel at the end there?
I was devastated. I think I only got out by literally just a smidge, just behind Chase, I think. Then again, I'm a bit rusty at racing. It's been about just under 3 years I've not been advantage for. I think the last time I was here was one of the GTA leagues in V3. I think from then and now, I think I've not stayed the same, but I've done some improvements, hopefully. Hopefully, maybe in the race I can do better.
Yeah, well, best of luck going forward, starting in 16th. So hopefully we can see you get some spots here, maybe sneak into the points.
Hopefully. I'm a reserve after all.
Yeah, well, best of luck, and we'll see you out there.
All right, see you.
And Havoc just went fastest while we were in the middle of that interview.
Second driver to go into the 127s after
comeback.
comeback Poppy last session.
Who, by the way, starting what I'm going to go ahead and assume is his final run here, lap time wise. He's on an outlap now. Been invalidated. Aesop Purge. Oh, spinning there. Holds on to it. Takes out a
Takes out a
barrier.
foam barrier there.
Styrofoam
Not
all
a
over.
foam signage there.
Pirelli getting their money's worth out of that one.
Yeah. Oh, well, maybe not.
Yeah, maybe not.
The Pirelli tire spun and then took out a Pirelli sign. Maybe not the. Ooh, a lot of curb there for Blue Brawler. That might mess it. That's a line.
It's coming into the pits now. Blue Brawler's teammate, Brendan Gass. Coming out now. I think he's got a hustle here. He's going to be cutting it pretty close to get a lap started once this time comes back up. Ooh, a minute 10? He's going to be cutting it very
I don't
close.
think he's going to get it.
I don't think so either. He's going to have to go full push here and then go full push again. He's got Slay right behind him, who is on a flyer, sitting on the outside looking in. Got dirty air. Slay's not going to like this. Brendan's going to have to get out of the way. And he does. That dirty air might have cost Slay some time. He's about halfway through Sector 2 right now. We'll see once he gets to the end if it did him good or not. There's 40 seconds left. Brendan's going to cut it really close here.
I'm unsure he's going to get it.
Another Mercedes. This is Chase starting a flyer now. His teammate going to be starting a flyer soon. He's right behind the Brandon Gass and Slay Raccoon duo. Oh, Brandon might. I don't know. It's going to be very, very close for Brandon Gass. He's got how much time?
Corner, he's got around 10 seconds. Less than that now.
Can he get there? Once that caution goes off the screen, we're going to find out if he started it in time. I think he did.
Yeah, I think by 1 second.
Oh my goodness. Slay Raccoon, by the way, did jump inside the top 10, so he's safe for now. Brandon Gass, sends it a little bit too deep into turn 1. He's going to have a lot of time to make up now the rest of the lap.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, he is the last driver in the 130. The first driver not in the 129s. That'll be interesting to see. Comeback Poppy.
He's out.
Does not improve after setting that blistering lap time.
So he's 15th.
Q1.
Eyes are going to be on Gas to see if he can get in. Juicy's lap is done. Purge's lap is done. Connor is done. Slay Raccoon gets jumped by Loud, but he's safe as of now. Actually, he should be safe. The only driver that can improve is Brandon Gass.
Yeah, the only driver really at risk right now is Chase Tobin. So the two Vissel drivers are fighting away for that last spot.
Looks like Chase might improve, actually. So if he does improve, Slay could be in danger.
Slay, who also appears to be on a lap still.
Yes, he is. So let's see. Chase Tobin to the line. Currently sits in 10th. Where does he go here? 5th fastest. Slay on the cut line. Gas is 4/10 up.
Very good exit there. Beautiful corner there. But look at his battery.
Completely
He's super
out.
low on battery.
He's at 0%. Brandon Gas goes 8th fastest. Slay Rocker has to improve. No, his lap is done. Slay is out.
Unfortunately, in there.
He was 8th about a minute and a half ago. At the beginning of Brandon Gass's lap, Slay Raccoon was sitting at pretty in 8th position. Got jumped by his teammate. Got jumped by Chase. And now the Williams Season 2 champ is out in Q2.
Very unfortunate for him. I honestly thought that Brandon messed up turn 1 too much and would have gotten knocked out, but
A good comeback.
no, he was able to pull something off there.
Yeah, he really improved there at the end. So it's an 8-9 for Aston Martin right now. Slay Raccoon in the pits. His qualifying run will be over. And there you see, that's the results of Q2.
Both Haas's topping out the timing sheet.
Yet again, yeah. Well, not yet again. Comeback Poppy was fastest in Q1. Let's see if we can get Slay actually in here for a post Q2 interview. Got a feel for Slay, man. He was safe until he wasn't, which sounds obvious, but I think he kind of backed out of that final lap thinking there's no way the 3 drivers behind me will improve, right? And they did.
Yeah, I think he thought it was safe, but that's why you never give up too early before you get that lap in.
So the battle for pole will be starting soon then. 1 championship bonus point to the pole sitter. So this is for a point then. Going for championship points. A championship point, rather.
Yeah, it will be this will decide who will be the first new leader since RPN.
Yeah, he's led the championship the last three races rather. Season 5 and 6 champion. He's not here today. He's having someone sub for him. So already starting off on the wrong foot. Can still come back,
Now,
of course.
Very important, is his sub in Q3?
The answer is no. His sub was actually Mozzie, I do believe, in the Ferrari.
Oh, that's very unfortunate for that. For the Ferrari there. Only one making it in, Chief Dinkaroo, up to 5th. He's had a quiet day
He has.
so far in qualifying. Just been mid-pack, middle of the group. Sneaks his way into Q2. Sneaks his way into Q3 again. Never was any doubt that he was making it in. Just sort of not the number one car.
Yeah, just kind of took care of business. I think he was at or around 5th for both sessions, but he got through either way, and now he has a chance to challenge for a pole position. And I think from what we've seen the first 2 qualifying sessions, I think both Haas's are very strong competitors. Same with both Mercedes.
Yeah, I definitely feel like that's the case. Both Haas's, both Mercedes. Even in some ways, the Aston Martins, they're looking fast. You know, they definitely have the team game down. Interesting to see how that plays out in the race if they start near each other. But yeah, I feel like this is a good team battle here between Mercedes, Haas, and Aston Martin.
Yeah, it's going to be a good one for sure. Like you said, the Aston Martins working together very, very well there in both qualifying sessions. You saw them give each other a tow, 3 to 4 times back and forth there. So, be good to see.
Yeah, as it appears, Prince will be the first driver to start his flying lap as he exits the final corner here. An okay getaway there. Seems like he might have overslowed there a bit. DRS enabled, and he starts his lap.
Down the main straightaway, full speed ahead, nearly over 320 kilometers per hour. Into turn 1, slight lockup, but he hits the apex though, so maybe that lockup in that case helped.
Yeah, let's ride on board with Prince for this first lap here and see what he can do here. Like I said before, trying to use some of that curve there in turn 4. On the exit there, you can. On the exit there on 4, you have to watch out for the gravel patch that's right on the exit there.
You do. Another lockup there. I don't know, maybe that lockup's helping rotate the car.
Well, it's interesting because it's all in the front. There's not a lot of rear locking, which is what you'd want to see. Like, there's another lockup in turn 10 on the front left. He's done that pretty much every lap, it seems.
Yeah, let's get Slay Rocker in here. Slay Raccoon, rather. Slay, it's Nico and Elliot in the booth. You got us?
I got you loud and clear. I forgot to turn my mic back on.
Okay. So, with about a minute, not even a minute, as the Q2 expired, you were sitting pretty in 8th position, looking to go into Q3, then 3 drivers behind you all improved. What was that like?
Well, I technically actually should have made it by knocking my own teammate out of Q2, or out of Q3. When I came in to start my final lap, Brandon Gass kind of impeded me in a bit way. He wouldn't get out of my way until like about after that sharp right hand, whatever corner that is. So I was a lot slower because of that, because I had to compensate his braking point and my braking points. I wouldn't run to the back of him and completely ruin my lap time. But I'm not entirely mad at it. I qualified way better than I thought I would. I was thinking I was going to be knocked at the bottom of Q2, but starting in P11, it's not bad. I'll take it. Just got to hope I get a good start and finish in the points for the team.
All right, well, best of luck, and hope you can get some points here today.
Thank you. You guys enjoy the race.
All right, thank you. Good luck. So yeah, that possible impediment, I don't think it was too much of a impediment, but it definitely gave him some dirty air from Brandon Gass. Ended up being the difference from Slay Rocker making it, or not making it, and Gass making it.
Yeah, definitely it could be a very big factor later in this race. You might see if a post-race penalty gets handed out for that. Because that could, with how close these guys have been at qualifying, that could very well change the finishing position if there was some good battles out.
Yeah, it could be. I think this top 10 or so drivers are all very close on pace, as we saw Prince momentarily was pole, and then Sweatback Flame came back and get it. But Prince with a very good time. He was kind of same as Chief, there or thereabouts, middle of the pack for the first qualifying sessions, first two. But now he's kind of picking up the pace a little bit.
Yeah, as we see the Aston Martin, which one was that going
That's
slowly?
Gas coming in. His teammate Blue Brawler with a Haas in front. Looks like he'll be coming in as well. Or maybe starting a flyer now, actually.
Yeah, it looks like he is starting a flying lap.
Only car on track. No, he's got a Chase behind him. Also starting a flyer.
Chase Tobin and Havoc also on track.
Havoc only good enough for fifth right now. So some pace to find there. Everyone below 30 seconds. La Balloon, his lap looked like it was a out lap. We're going to see, though, what he does here. Off of the final corner, Loud Balloon to the line. Only good enough for eighth.
Unfortunate for him. Now, this becomes a game of, as we see a bunch of drivers sitting in the pits there, you have to time when you leave the track, when you leave the pits and enter the track perfectly. You want to be the last possible car to exit that pit to start your flying lap, just to get as much rubber down on the road as possible from other drivers.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's probably going to help to have a teammate in this session. We have 2 Mercedes, 2 Astons, and 2 Haas drivers. So 3 pairs of teammates could help each other with the tow. We got 1 Ferrari, 1 Red Bull, 1 Williams, and I think that's it. 1 Alpine as well. Those guys are solo.
What I've been noticing is that the Haas's and the Mercedes, they haven't been working together that much. They've sort of just been in their own boat, going out whenever. But the Aston Martins, they've been playing it out pretty well when they want to work together.
Yeah, lots of teamwork going on at the Aston Martin camp. Let's see where Chase goes. 7th fastest, decent lap for him. There's a Haas in the background coming into the pits. It's Havoc.
Propaganda on his out lap there for the only Red Bull car, as we see Blue Brawler on his flying lap in the Aston Martin. Note that Brandon Gask is still in the pit lane there. He's sitting in 10th. Maybe he's trying to play that game right of just get out at the very end.
Could be waiting for a Brawler to give him a tow, or to give Blue a tow. Either way.
Yeah, he is currently getting that tow off of that Red Bull there, the head.
Yeah, he's kind of in that danger zone of maybe it could start becoming some dirty air in the second sector here, especially those fast uphill corners. You can see they're weaving.
Yeah,
up
the
there.
weaving, that is not helping at all.
The apex there.
Could have used a bit more track on exit, but that's a lot of other drivers are using the forks into that corner, as we see Propaganda pull in.
Pretty strong finish to the lap here. Traffic gets out of the way. Where does Blue Brawler go? He sits in 4th. One-time race winner in V1, Blue Brawler. Lots of exit curb. Oh, a slight bit. Oh, he's coming in.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing I've noticed with him. He sets a lot of fast sectors and then he just pulls into the pits.
Very interesting. So his teammate is out on track about halfway through the lap. I wonder if they're going to work together. 3 minutes left in quali, so you have about enough time for a flying lap. Speaking of flying laps, Chief Dankaroo, the sole Ferrari left in the session, starting a flyer now. Locking up here. Lots of curb on entry. My goodness.
Oh, too much curb. Yeah, that lap is probably not going to count for much.
We'll see what he does. Look at this. Esports line almost all the way to the end of the curb. Pretty good apex.
Very early apex there. Usually want to try and take a later one for this exact reason. He nearly goes with the gravel trap. Keeps it straight, curb to curb there. All the way on exit. Under braking.
Lock up.
Slight lock up. Pushes him on a little bit. Decent exit. Yeah, he's using a lot of curb this lap.
Yeah, he is. He's using a lot of battery as well. He's really attacking these apexes. Whether that's good or not, we'll have to see.
It worked out pretty decently that time in turn 10. This is another corner where you take a lot of curb as he is now. turn it in. Hope you don't fall off the curb on exit, as he hasn't done yet.
Let's take a look at the end of Propaganda's lap here, and we'll go back to Chief Denkaru. Currently sits in 6th position in this Red Bull, the Soul Red Bull in the session. Where does he go here? Fastest overall for Propaganda.
28-2, just barely ahead of a Flame there.
Oh, a huge snap from Chief
Ooh.
Denkaru off the final corner, pushing a little too hard. That's a shame because his time was only 3/10 off with that huge snap from his personal best.
And he can't slow down if he wants another lap in there, because he only has a minute 30 to get back around this track.
So he's going to have to harvest, or try to harvest, while going full pelt. That might be it for Chief.
Yeah, potentially Brandon Gas on his flying lap here. Nearing the end of it, he's plumb last right now in Q3. His teammates up in 5th still, so they've usually been they finished pretty close to each other, so that might be a sign of where he can get up to. But yeah, I think he definitely, knowing him, he's probably a driver that's really trying to go for pole here and won't settle for much lower.
We'll see.
Good exit there.
This is
On
a
turn 15.
decent time from Gas. Where does he go? Oh, he doesn't improve.
Ooh,
That's going to be it.
400th off. Yeah, that is it for his qualifying.
He's out of qualifying there. Chief Denkaru managed to harvest the full battery, so he'll have a chance here to try to improve. Oh, 5 place, grid penalty, collision. Havoc.
That's probably what slowed down. Was there contact there when Gas pulled off to the side?
It said contact with Gas for Havoc.
Are you going to be able to take a look back at that?
Unfortunately not, but I have a feeling we're going to hear something from one of the drivers.
Yeah. I think this is a situation where we might need to speak with Gas on that matter.
We just might, yeah. Let's take a look to see if Sweatback can improve. He needs less than a 10th to take pole here from Propaganda. Does Propaganda improve? He is just down on his personal best through Sector 1. Prince's day is done. He'll be no higher than 3rd. Abe has been invalidated. He will be no higher than 4th. Blue Brawler, 2nd sector. Got a car in front.
Once again, a pretty decent corner, similar to his last lap. A lot of curb there. That
A lot
might-
of curb.
Surprised I didn't invalidate it, actually. It was very close to.
That was very, very borderline for Blue Brawler. Sweatback goes fastest. There it is. 127.8. Can Blue Brawler jump Abe here? Can he get onto the front row? The Aston Martin driver improves but stays
No, he
in
cannot.
6th. Chief Denkaru, middle of the lap. La Balloon. End of his lap. Oh, lots and lots of oversteer.
Yeah, that's probably gonna mess up his lap there. I doubt he'll improve by much.
Launch to 7th.
Yep, only 3/10 up on that last lap. He
Propaganda
probably
is
could
in.
down to about 5. So Chief Tankaroo had that big mistake at this part of the track last lap. Doesn't do it again. Gets a pretty good exit out. Across
To
the line.
Chief stays.
P7.
No, he jumps to 7th. Improves by half a second. But Haas 1-2 Havoc does have that 5 place grid penalty for contact with Brandon Gas. We did not see what happened there. We just saw the notification pop up at the top of the screen. So that's it. Sweatback Flame, new championship leader, 1 bonus point for pole position.
Yeah, so Havoc will be starting in P11 for this race, correct?
I think he qualified 2nd, so he'll be starting in
Oh, he did
P6.
get that lap. Oh, yeah, he did get that lap up. Yeah, so
P7.
P7.
P7 for Havoc. So there is your top 10, 1/10 of a second between the top 2, 3/10 between Sweatback and Propaganda. Newcomers 1, 2, 3 right now. And it's an all-American 7 through 10.
Very interesting.
Very interesting indeed.
Yeah, I would like to speak to Gas or Havoc on discussing what happened there.
Let's get Havoc in here. Let's try and get both of them in here, actually.
Have him talk it out live in DC.
Let's see here.
don't see any of them in here currently.
Yeah, they're in that driver VC. They're getting ready to go racing, so I wouldn't blame them if they didn't want to talk right now. But if they do, that's fine too. We'll have to see.
Yeah, we're just waiting for everyone to
Get ready
get
to
the
go.
final checks done, get their fuel set up for this race. Not going to be a super long race, a decent distance.
Yeah, 50% race.
Yeah, so like a 40-minute race, not too bad for these guys. I know some of them have run 2-hour-long races, no problem. Such as the two Vissel drivers of Chase Tobin and Brandon Gass. They ran an 1.5 hour long race yesterday
Yeah,
for
just
the
yesterday.
Vantage Indy Special League. If you'd like to watch that, it's on live next week at Virginia International Raceway.
Absolutely. And if you missed yesterday's race, you can also watch the rewatch the broadcast here on the YouTube channel as well. It's right here. It has its own playlist right under the live section of our videos. So yeah, catch up on all your Vissel action. We're about to go for the parade lap here, and while we do, let's go ahead and take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back, folks.
Challenge for the win. Gonna get alongside him. Off the floor. They touch. They touch. Drag race to the line. Could it happen again? Photo finish. Yes. Daniel Michelle. What a finish. They're gonna go for it. For the lead. 3 wide.
in turn 3.
Run to the line. They're wrecking. Side by side. Who got it? Side by side. Right to the line. Who's it gonna be? G for CP, and CP edges him out. Nelson make him go the long way, and he does it. They touch. Does he hold on to it? Yes.
Close. But here comes Smitty! Smitty on the bottom! Here he comes! To the line, who is it gonna be? It is gonna be Mike Tyson!
The fireworks are going off on and off the track. Cuts the corner, does RBN. They touch again. A drag race, side by side. And here we go. The photo finish.
Let's go ahead and take a look at the power rankings, actually.
Yes!
So,
Sup, fuckers. I use math to make shit go fast.
It's gonna be a sitting duck here. There goes VNV, around the outside, up the middle, trying to get 2 for the price of 1, trying to get 3 for the price of 1, and he does! VNV in the 4th!
coming to the grid now. You are back live. Swept back Flame and Propaganda. Look at this, swept back. Facing to the right. He is ready for war.
Yeah, a lot of tire warmer from him. That's borderline illegal. He barely got it stopped in that box.
Yeah, he would have been reset by the game to that spot if he hadn't gotten it done in the correct manner. But we're about to go racing. 20 drivers on the grid for round 1 here in Bahrain. We are ready to go. Lights ready to illuminate here. Swept back Flame on pole position. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 red lights. And we are racing for Season 7 of V1. It's a pretty good start for the pole sitter. It's an equally good start for second place Propaganda. Who gets the latest breaks into turn 1? Does everybody survive here? Look at this. They're almost 3 wide in the back here. The 2 McLarens are getting a little bit racy towards the back of the pack. That is Connor and Regent. Everyone survives turn 1. Gas down to 13th. Now down to 14th. A move here up ahead. That's a Mercedes. Is that Chase going wheel to wheel with Havoc, who had the grid penalty at the start of the race. But it is pretty clean for everyone through the first couple of corners on lap 1.
Yeah, everyone's keeping it pretty clean. Oh, big lock up there for what
I think that was Prince.
Looks like Prince. Yeah, like usual. That Haas of Havoc trying to go around the outside there on the exit of 8 on who was that? Abe on Abe.
Abe in
Cuts him off there
now.
in 10.
And here is a potential move from Loud Balloon, Abe and Chase. Or excuse me, Loud and Chase trying to go into the left-hander here. Chase takes a lot of curb and he is safe. There was a moment back here with one of the McLarens. So
Big
far, so
lock up
good.
there in turn 11. Someone.
Don't look now, but Comeback Puppy on the verge of the points. We have Gas down to 13th. He's got a rough start. I think he qualified in 10th, so he's lost a couple of spots. But at the end of the first lap, going through the field, it's going to be the Haas of Sweatback Flame with nearly a second lead, just inside DRS range. We'll see if Propaganda can close that gap. Look at this, a fight here. Havoc having to look up the inside of Blue Brawler. Does he break later into turn 1? It's equal.
Ever so
Blue
slightly
turns
later.
in. Nearly makes contact, but a clean defense from Blue Brawler. Here comes Chase now with an excellent exit. DRS is activated here on lap 2. Then we see a move up the inside from Chase into 4. Late on the brakes, a cutback here from Havoc, and he gets him back, it looks like. Yes, he does.
Yeah, Chase broke slightly too late there. Ran deep into the corner, had to cut back lock out loud.
Massive
Havoc to
snap
get right past him.
from Chase here. Problem in sector 1. Let's go all the way through here to see what happened. More
Looks like
McLaren
it's the
problem.
McLaren, yes, the McLaren of
Of
what
Connor.
appears to be, yeah.
Connor in trouble. No one's missing a wing. No damage so far. Pretty clean race, all things considered. But we do have some more racing here. This is Comeback trying to get into the points. There's Loud Balloon. Oh, he's getting very tentative there. Contact!
Ooh,
Loud in
does
trouble.
he save it? He does save it. Holds on to that car there.
Oh, loses 3 spots. Gas, Juicy, and Comeback all go through. Loud Balloon. Does he have a puncture? No.
No, all wheels are still perfectly inflated there. Might just be a little lapse in confidence there. Just getting back in the mindset of not spinning.
Juicy early on the brakes. Come back a little bit wide on exit. And Juicy is going to have a great exit here. We have a challenge up here. Look at this battle. This is fifth on back.
Yellow flag in sector 3. Looks like it might have been Mozzie.
Chase trying to get through. He's in 7th. Here goes Slay, who qualified in 11th, up to 7th place. Here comes, who is this? Aesop Purge. Oh my goodness, nearly 3 wide into turn 4. It is 3 wide. Contact there. Slay gets bumped.
Yeah, Purge nearly going off the track there, having to lose a lot of time. That's why you don't really usually see outside moves there.
On board with Slay Raccoon. Another problem in the back here. Loud Balloon. What happened with Loud? He's been having a lot of problems in these opening laps, down to 20th position, plumb last. Going through the field. Sweatback Flame, 2-second lead already. Prince up to 2nd. He got past Propaganda, who's actually trying to get back at him. Are they both on mediums? No, Prince is on the softs. Let's take
Yeah,
a
a lot of surprising use to the soft tire compound here. I've seen multiple cars, like some of the Saubers are also using that soft compound.
Let's
to
take
tire.
a look, actually.
A lot of softs.
A lot of softs, more than half the field. I would say it's at the very least a 50-50 split. There's 8, 10, 11 drivers on soft tires, so more than half the field starting on softs.
It appears that Loud had to essentially pit because he is on brand new hard tires.
He is, so it actually might have been a slow puncture from the contact earlier on, as here goes Propaganda trying to go back around the outside of Prince, and he does get it done into turn 1. Back into 2nd place for Propaganda and the Red Bull. Abe with DRS. My championship pick for Drivers Champion. Abe is here trying to get onto the podium with a slight snap. This is so close out front, with the exception, of course, of Propaganda. And Torrent is out of the race. Is he coming into the pits to retire? That is the first retirement of the day, yes. He'll be classified
Here
as
he is
20th.
in that pit lane.
Tyler Finks.
Unfortunate for him. Curious what happened in there.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Here's Tyler
went too
Fink.
deep there. Yeah, and he's out, and he has left the session.
Oh, here comes Tyler with his quest for last to first in V1. Lock up from the Ferrari on the outside, yes. Is
Off
that-
the track as well.
That is a Ferrari. That's Mozzie, yeah. Got taken for lunch there. Let's go through the field here. Oh my goodness. More battles. Gas still in 13th. Trying to improve here. Trying to get back into the points. Look at Mike Tython. On the outside. That's clutch. Oh, Mike. Oh, oversteer. Can he hold on to it? He
Oh.
saves it.
Keeps it out of that Armco barrier.
Yeah. A rookie of Mike Tyson was going at it with another rookie of Clutch. And Chase and Purge going at it. We've got drag races all over. And look at this. Here comes Abe. Trying to get 1, trying to get 2, trying to get 3. Into turn 1. Abe into second place. DRS Demon down that front straightaway. What an overtake.
Yeah, he's not going to get it this time, though, as we see Prince getting that DRS. He might be looking for something. No, he's
Real
just going to
close.
sit behind him there. Getting the mirrors. Might be looking to make a move, potentially into turn 8 or turn 10.
A wiggle from both these drivers. Luck up there
Yeah,
from
Prince
Prince.
Propaganda, trying to make a move there on Havoc.
Propaganda was second about a lap ago. Now he's down to 5th with this insane battle, this DRS train that we have going on. There's the leader. 3.6 seconds up the road. As these guys continue to fight, that is great news for Sweatback. Do we see a move here from Prince? No, he's going to get right on the bumper. We do see a potential move from Propaganda, who can't quite stick it out. Gas just got past Chief Dinkaroo. And oh, what a dive bomb here from Juicy. Getting past Comeback, getting back into the points, getting some contact. Sweeping around the outside. That's a tough place to overtake there. He gets it done, though.
Yeah, very difficult to overtake there, as we saw 1 lap ago with Mike Tyson. I'm pretty sure it was. You can very easily lose the car there.
Speaking
As
of
we
losing the
see
car, speaking of Mike Tyson, same spot, I think.
I'm just that good.
Yeah, that's a commentary curse there, courtesy of Elliot. He's got the curse down pat, it would seem.
2 in a row.
Look at this drag race. We have Chief Denkaroo getting past Brandon Gas. This is for 12th place. A lockup. I think they both locked up actually into turn 1, but Gas is going to have the outside. Chief got the drive off the corner. It's important to note that these guys
will have the DRS.
Yeah, he will have the DRS.
Both of them will.
That's true, they both will. For this battle in front of him. Comeback, trying to get points for his Season 7 debut. Juicy, trying to do exactly the same.
Juicy with a brilliant switch back there. Unfortunately, we ran out of track there before it could work, as
Altum, who was spectating.
yeah, spectator has left. The audience apparently is not too happy with this race result so far.
Havoc, who got that grid penalty to start the race. He had qualified second. Look at this, Prince. Not going to make it easy. Surely not another overtake through here. Would have been very,
Yeah, I
very
think
risky.
he's just getting in the mirrors. Get another lock up there from Prince. Curious how this will affect his tires, because he is on that soft compound, so they're going to be wearing already really quickly.
Absolutely, as we see a problem in Sector 2, but we're going to keep an eye on this battle. Look at this. Here comes Propaganda. Oh, that is Abe. Pushed off the track, perhaps. We're going to see DRS here for Havoc. And it looks like it's going to be a relatively easy overtake there. Prince down to third place. And now it's a 1-2 for Haas. The 1-2's back on.
Yeah, and we'll see here if Havoc will be able to chase down his teammate in the Haas. That gap has grown to over nearly 4.5 seconds, and doesn't show really many signs of going down.
Absolutely, yeah. He had pretty similar pace, and they're both on the same tire, so I would imagine that they're going to be on that one-stop same strategy. As for these soft tire runners who have been absolutely max out pushing this entire first stint, could be a little bit of a different story. Could maybe be looking into a 2-stopper for these soft runners.
Yeah, and looking further in the back there, Lab Bloom with that issue, he is closed in 3 seconds nearly to the to Mike Tyson, who had that moment there in the penultimate corner.
Yeah, Lab Balloon, 10 seconds down. I think he needs a safety car at this point to have a realistic chance, similar to how we saw. Whoa! Mike Tyson going slowly here. No, that's Mozzie, excuse me, in the Ferrari going slowly. Mike gets up the spot. Good move there from Mike. Here's Slay Raccoon. Oh, sliding! Wow. Just as we went
Stays
on
it
board.
there.
Is he missing front wing? No, he's good. Looks like he might have been missing some front wing there for a second. Mike Tyson, first penalty of the season. 3 seconds time penalty for exceeding track limits, I would imagine.
First time penalty of the season. We had that qualifying grid penalty there.
Oh, that is true. First time penalty. Oh, did we see a pit? No.
Just him faking out.
No, it's
trying to
actually
break that toe
straight
there.
up weaving. That's some of the most aggressive weaving I've ever seen.
Curious to see if that's allowed there with that much defensive weaving.
Luckily, it didn't cause too much problems. Comeback trying to cause problems for Brandon Gass, and instead he locks up into turn 1. Gass up to 11th. Now he's 1 spot behind where he qualified. Look at this train of cars here. This is propaganda that we're on. Oh, does he have a move up the inside of the soft tire of Prince? Not quite.
Yeah, just not
Mozzie.
quite there. Propaganda's been making a lot of oh, looks like nearly off the track. Little snap there.
Mozzie getting passed again.
Yeah, Propaganda, he's been making a lot of sense, but he's just never fully committed to them, and that's causing a detriment to his ability to move up this field.
Oh, my goodness! Big snap from Prince. Just as you say that, Propaganda's gonna at least have a chance. Can Prince make the sticker on the outside? No, Propaganda up into 3rd. So Prince holding on.
So, important to note with this straight, there is no DRS here.
Not right
so-
here, there isn't. You can get close,
So
you can
Prince
see.
will have the opportunity to make a pass here into turn 1.
Harvesting
down the straight
front
with
light.
DRS.
Oh, do we see a... Yep, there it is. Okay, so those tires must have been cooked. Slams on the brakes to get down to pit speed. First pit of the day goes to Prince Aro. He was the leading soft tire runner at that time after getting passed by Propaganda. So the top 3, you see the yellow stripe, all medium runners. 4.7 is the gap for the leader.
I am fairly sure, if we can do another tire check, I'm curious to see who here is on the hard. If I know Tyler Fink is on that hard tire, as well as I'm fairly sure Mozzie, they haven't really been making much work.
Yeah. Oh, problem there. That's Chief is off. Gets back going again. So Prince went onto the hards. Oh, looks like he's trying to go to the end then. Soft to hards. Abe, he's down here, so
On the
he pit.
hards.
Looks like Abe was the first pit of the day. Tyler Fink started on hards. Loud Balloon switched to hards after his lap 1 incident, and Connor, I think, just also got hards. So a couple of hard runners
Yeah.
trying to go to the end.
Yeah, I feel like I trust the medium to hard tire more than the
soft.
soft to hard. I feel like those tires will be dead by the end of this race.
Absolutely, yeah. It's they're trading early race pace for a slower car at the end of the race, as where I think the mediums, more often than not, are the best race tire. Probably go to about halfway, so maybe next 6 to 7 laps or less, you'll be seeing these guys start to come in for hards.
Now, you generally want to set up your race car to be fastest at the end of the particular session. So, this theory of gain a bunch in the beginning and then just try not to bleed as much off is not really a conventional thinking and has shown rarely to work. So, I'm curious to see if they will be able to make it work. But I have a lot more confidence in these medium to hard tire guys moving up the field.
Yeah, well, it'll be interesting to see. Some of the guys that started on hards, they could go till, lap 20, 25, and maybe just slap on some softs at the end there. If they can maybe extract the pace out of those hard tires, it'll be hard to see. Interesting to see, rather. Chief in the pits.
Yeah. Chief and Clutch both in the pit lane there, as
Chief goes to mediums.
exiting there.
Clutch goes to hards. And Chief, no, that's Mike Tython with the penalty. He's getting past them. Loud Balloon is caught up to Mike Tython. Oh, he's got those cars behind him, though. That's Connor and Chief. Where's Loud going?
Yeah. I think he's been spooked a bit too much. He's run around 9 laps of this race without any cars around him. Then suddenly there's 2 cars battling for their life right ahead of him.
Yeah, he's been on his lonesome for the entirety of this race, basically, since lap 1. You know who's not been on his lonesome is Propaganda. Does he come in? Do these guys... Oh, we have a problem in Sector 2.
Appears to be Tyler
No,
Fink.
I think it's
No,
Clutch.
it's a RB. Appears to be Clutch.
Clutch who pit with
Way down
Chief.
the order.
He's now lost some time. I wonder if there was some contact here. Loud's just getting out of the way of these guys. He's not fighting. Maybe he's just running his own race strategy then. All right, we're starting to see some more pits. We got 3 drivers in the pits. That's Juicy, the other RB. the Williams of Slay, and Havoc Gamer from second place, coming out of the pits into traffic.
Ooh, nearly a spin there from Comeback Poppy. Trying to make that comeback after qualifying P15. He's up to 7th.
Yeah, he had that miraculous lap in. Oh my goodness! Havoc had to dart out of the way to avoid running over him. Old worn hards, or excuse me, old worn those mediums.
Pretty mediums, yes.
Here comes Havoc up the inside, gets it to stick. No, those are softs on comeback.
Oh, yeah, 11 lap old softs.
That's going to be hard. No wonder he's struggling for grip. No wonder Havoc is now driving off into the sunset, trying to get past Brandon Gass. The gap was about 4.5 to 4.7 seconds from Havoc to Sweatback. We'll see if this undercut can work if he comes in this lap.
And for those unfamiliar in the audience, the way the F124 game works is at 50% race distance, it also lowers the tire, increases the tire wear by 50% and decreases the fuel wear by 50%.
Propaganda
10
got
seconds
speeding. That's going to
unfortunate for him, though.
put a huge damper in his race. He could always dispute it after the fact, but that pit road speed is pretty well set. So, kind of hard to argue there.
Yeah, you can't really argue away a speeding penalty.
Sweatback's going to come out in traffic. Oh, smoked the gas. That's Brandon Gass there, up to third. He's yet to pit, I do believe. Kind of in the middle. Blue Brawler is leading the race. Stop the count.
Stop the count. 2 Aston Martins in the top 3. Oh, never mind. We see Blue Brawler there having a massive moment there, nearly spinning around. He's going to lose a lot of time to Havoc there, who also, I think, is he has pit, I'm fairly sure.
Yes, both Haas drivers have come in. And we can see another Haas driver making a move here. Brandon not on the same strategy, so now it's clean air from swept back to Havoc. This is essentially for the race win, or at least the lead of the race. And
Yeah,
where
3-second gap.
Where's Prince
So-
relative to these guys? Oh, he's right here.
Important to note there, Havoc has done an undercut on Sweatback. They swapped in the pits.
They did swap in the pits, so Sweatback now chasing his teammate. Here goes Blue Brawler. I think is going to come into the pits now, by the looks of it. Careful not to
Yeah,
speed.
after that huge moment in turn 6, it's very fair that he would be coming in.
Fastest lap right now. Look at this. Here comes Prince and Propaganda, both trying to get past Brandon Gass. Mike Tython gets another time penalty. Propaganda, excuse me, up the inside. And a lockup from Prince. Now we have a fight for third.
Yeah, Mike Tython up to, was it now 6 seconds of time penalty?
6 seconds so far. Only 2 drivers with time penalties. Propaganda is one of them. He has 10 seconds for that speeding. Look at the cutback here from Prince on the exit of 4.
Yeah,
Down the hill.
Propaganda got too defensive there in turn 4, trying to block off Prince, only he broke too late and rode himself there and lost that position.
And another lockup from Prince. My goodness. He's got to be eating up those tires. Here comes Abe. Abe is caught up to the back of this little pack here. I think Brandon might be trying to go for a one-stopper here. Oh, he's going to be trying to hold on to his car there.
Yeah, that hurt Abe a lot there. Also hurt Gas, but he wasn't really a part of this fight before the pit stop, so he's just trying to hang on there. As we see Connor get a 3-second time penalty.
There's a problem. It is Loud Balloon again. Not having the best race here today.
He has all his front wings still, so I'm curious to see what it is. He might have just had a little spin.
Might have, yeah, self-spin perhaps. Chase and Purge. One's on hard. One is on soft tires. Can Purge get it to sticker on the outside? Now we're going to have a little drag race. Who has more battery? It looks like it might be Chase. Who's going to have DRS? It's going to be Purge.
Purge
Oh,
doesn't want that
squeeze.
overlap there. Yep. If Purge was Purge should have probably backed off there and waited to try to make a cutback. He got squeezed out, and now the DRS isn't going to be as effective. He was looking for a send.
He might have one here. Kind of backs out of it halfway. Half-hearted send there from Purge.
A
Didn't
lot
really
of
work.
curb there.
A lot of curb. Decent exit, though. He's going to have DRS again. Here he goes again. Round 2 on Chase. Can he get him here? Into 4. Side by side. Chase trying to make it stick around the outside. I think Purge got him. Purge back into 7th place. Trying to harvest now.
Dragging along. If we're still only halfway through this race, mind you. So they big moment there
Whoa.
for Chase.
Held on to it. Prince now getting
Prince.
past Propaganda, or at least trying to. They're side by side. We've seen a lot of side by side action through this set of corners here. Oh, he gets another time penalty. Propaganda racking up the
13
time.
seconds penalty.
13 seconds. That could drop him down all the way 7th or 8th place right now. We still have another 14 laps to go. Brandon Gas, by the way, still going. He's halfway through this race. Is he coming now? Oh, well, matter of fact, yes, he does. Okay, so not coming, or not going anymore.
Yeah, going onto that hard tire, presumably. It's interesting. It seems like he almost was doing a hard tire strategy, but he's on the mediums.
Very impressive stint. Getting 15 laps out of those mediums. No one else did that.
Yeah, last driver to pit. Everyone here has presumably done their compound change,
It
and
looks like
he comes back out.
right in the middle of traffic. He's gonna have some battling to do. Comes out in 14th.
So he lost some positions there, but he
He
is
did.
going to be on much newer tires than everyone else.
Yeah, this midfield. This is great. This midfield is looking very, very competitive, close to each other. So is the front. I gotta feel bad for Propaganda. Oh my goodness, he's just as fast as all these guys in front of him. But those speeding penalties and the track limit penalty, not gonna do him any favors. 1.8
Yeah,
by
definitely.
the way, out front.
Also to note, there is a 10.5-second gap behind Propaganda all the way to Purge. So that could be Propaganda might be able to build that cushion and not actually lose that much positioning.
Yeah, if he could get that to 13, well, more than 13 seconds, he will at least finish in 5th. He'll have to gain another 13 seconds to these guys in front of him if he wants to finish any higher.
Yeah, which I feel like that's probably what he needs to do. He needs to just try and bank on staying in 5th, because he can't let Purge and Chase Tobin all catch up, and that will ruin his race and his points haul.
Absolutely. Another lockup from Prince. I would imagine those tires are starting to get a little bit squared off with all these lockups.
Yeah, he's almost driving on hexagons now instead of circles.
Pretty impressive, though. Even with all those lockups, he's managing to fight for 3rd pretty competitively. And let's see. Going back through the field here. Chase 1.5. Oh, we see another move. Abe's trying to
Huge
get past.
lockup that time from Prince.
Yeah, another lockup again.
One more.
He's just making a habit of it, I guess. I don't know. He's locking up the tires to turn the car, it would seem, at this point.
Yeah, which is interesting. He's locking up the front tires, not the rear tires.
Yeah, absolutely. Similar to what we saw with Mozzie, except Prince is actually getting pace out of the car with locking up those fronts.
Throwing shade on Mozzie there. Okay.
Well, you know, just similar lockup scenario. Except I think Mozzie was locking up both tires, what we're seeing. Looks like Prince, we'll have to go on board with him.
He's only locking up his front left
Yeah.
or front right, depending on the corner.
Depending on the corner. Let's see here. Well, of course, no lockup when we look. But maybe into turn 1, those harder braking corners. Here comes Propaganda.
Yeah, he seems to lock up a lot there on the hairpins, or the hairpin-ish corners.
Down the front straightaway. Propaganda with DRS back into 3rd. Let's go on board with Prince here. All right, no lockup then. Contact, though. Slight contact.
Yeah, some contact. Everything's still intact there. He's gonna have DRS, but he didn't get that good exit because of the contact.
So these guys are 10 seconds behind the leaders. If they know what's good for them, they won't really try and put up too much of a fight with Propaganda if they know he's got that 13 seconds in time penalty. So there's really no benefit, I guess, to maybe trying to lose time behind Propaganda. I mean, if you can get in front of him, sure, go ahead. But don't stress out your tires or anything like that.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I'm unsure how aware they are of that penalty. I know it flashed up for them, but maybe in the heat of the battle they just didn't realize it, or they've forgotten it by now.
I guess it depends what kind of scoreboard settings they have to display what information. This Haas battle, 1-2, under a second, under half a second. Havoc going very slowly there. He lost nearly a full second down that straightaway. Are we seeing a swap here?
Unsure. You know, Flame has been the faster of the cars. We are seeing a swap from Team Motors already in effect here in race 1.
Team Orders at Haas, it looked like. Havoc slowing down in that straight line there. The gap was 1.3 coming out of, I think, turn 14 down that second to last straightaway, penultimate straightaway. And he just let him by. Very interesting. Is he going to fight back now? Speaking of fighting back, Prince getting through. Prince could almost use propaganda as like a buffer between himself and Abe. Because propaganda, of course, those time penalties that we keep mentioning. If he can just kind of keep propaganda between himself and Abe, that's going to really benefit Prince to lock up third place.
Yeah, definitely, as he locks up his tires once again.
Yeah, he's trying to lock up third place and lock up those tires.
The only DNF currently being Regent. Surprisingly, there hasn't been any more penalties with how close these guys have been. Minimal contact. Everyone still is keeping their front wing for the most part. Unsure of what happened allowed there in the beginning of the race. But he changed onto those hard tires, and he's just trying to make a recovery. Gone up one position on Mozzie there, but still 4 seconds off of Mike Tyson, who has 6 seconds of time penalty.
Yeah, rough race for Loud. Perhaps a puncture. We don't really know exactly what happened, but he's had a down in the dumps race for sure. He's 18th, 4 seconds off. Look at this. Okay, they're fighting back again. Havoc back around the outside for the lead. No team orders that time.
Yeah, it seems that Havoc felt he was the faster car there, and just decided, you know what, I'm going to go back around.
Here we go again.
Flame.
Gets him there. This looks almost orchestrated, dare I say.
Maybe they just want all the camera time possible. They noticed that they weren't getting enough camera time before, so they decided to close themselves up here. Trying to appease the sponsors.
Yeah, they're trying to get as much camera time as possible. Purge comes back into the pits. Slay Raccoon and Blue Brawler swap places. Blue into 7th now.
With Mozzie getting a 3-second time penalty.
Mozzie with a penalty. Oh, Chief. Oh, contact there. That is comeback going off the track. Was he forced off or did he cut the corner? He let him through, so it looked like it was an illegal overtake.
It appears he might have been potentially forced off there. Unsure on what exactly happened. We will find out post-race, but
So
maybe some penalties being handed out to Chief for a comeback, depending on who's at fault there.
This long strategy from Brandon Gass does not seem to have worked in his favor. He was about 10th before that whole stint played out, came out in 14th. Only car he's passed since then is Purge, who just pit, so he's yet to find the pace in these hard tires. Comeback gets a time penalty.
Yeah, well, friendly reminder that Gas is still on multiple lap newer tires than everyone else, so he's only going to start to really
Fall off.
get those tires to come in towards like lap 25, 26, right at the end of the race.
That is true. And the two cars in front of him do have time penalties, as we're seeing more fighting. This battle continues. The battle for the lead continues. I think they're just trying to slipstream back and forth maybe and pull a bigger gap on the rest of the field.
It's definitely working. That gap is now up to 12.5 seconds when 3 laps prior it was only 10.
Mike Tyson, I think, with some trouble there, and La Balloon gets passed into 17th. Tyler Fink's quest to go from last to first has only got him to 16th, so make of that what you will.
Second race in a row where his attempt to go to last to first. Oh, big contact there between Comeback and Connor.
Fighting for 11th and 12th. Chief right now, the last car in the points.
Well, they're technically fighting for 12th and 13th.
That is
with those
true.
penalties.
Unless they can pull out 3 seconds. I think, let's take a look at the official. Yeah, so 3 seconds each for penalties for those two. So if Brandon could keep it within 3. Oh my goodness, a huge moment for the McLaren.
Yeah, this is allowing Gas to close in on both of them. You might be able to pass them on track before this race ends.
Absolutely. Lock up ahead from the Ferrari of Chief Dankaroo. If Gas can get in there and get past these two, maybe he can try and hunt down Chief and at least scrap 1 point out of this Grand Prix.
Yeah, and we still have 8 laps left, which that is enough time for those tires to start to fall off, especially with
Oh,
some of these
interesting.
guys up here who are on.
Havoc onto
Oh.
softs. Very, very
Is he trying to-
interesting.
Is he trying to go for the fastest lap? Oh, big contact there.
Huge
Front
moment.
wing damage, it seems.
Yeah, there's some bits of carbon
Sure.
fire flying. Don't know who from, but it was definitely one of these guys. But back to Havoc.
Yeah, Mike.
Easy second place, 18 points. I mean, he was even fighting for the race lead. And he gets softs with 8 to go. I don't really know what the strategy there was.
Yeah, unsure on what that is. He could have actually made contact with Flame there and had to pit. That's where that carbon was.
Moment here for
Ooh,
comeback.
another penalty.
Looks like he went off there. Gas gets through. Connor all on his lonesome. Another problem in Sector 2. Who is it here? Is it the... going through the field? Oh, it might be Mike Tython. Yeah, Mike Tython getting lapped. I think he just got out of the way there. Question is, does Havoc have enough pace to get back into second place and get that fastest lap? Maybe these are team orders from Haas to say, hey, go get the fastest lap. You're faster than these guys in front. But does he have enough time? 7.3 seconds. And about 7 laps. I don't know. It's going to be close.
Yeah, very unsure on whether he'll have enough time to get second place. And more on that, he also has to set the fastest lap in that time to get... Well, he's still battling the traffic.
Yeah, he does. He has to get the fastest lap first, and then he has to get past everyone. I'm not sure what the Haas camp exactly was thinking there. Purge, by the way, did pit a few laps ago. He's now fighting with comeback for 13th. He was up in front of Chase, so Purge was in 6th when he pit.
Yeah, a lot of, I think, tire fall off there for everyone. You're starting to see some of that. This could also be playing into Gas's hand there.
It just could, yeah. We're nearing that window of where those hard tires might come into play. He is within striking distance of Connor. Of course, has that 3-second time penalty, so he will be ahead. Tython with another 3 seconds there. Chief Tank
Up to 9 seconds of penalty.
Yeah, he's having a bit of a rough one. Look at this, Tyler Fink in the 14th. That's the first challenge still on.
You know, I said it yesterday. I think Tyler Fink might want to start qualifying for these races if he ever wants points, because so far in races that involve turning right, he has not gotten a single point out for starting last.
Yeah, oh, middle sector, fastest for Havoc. So, fastest lap could be on.
Yeah, only one corner, only one real braking zone left to manage here before that. Lap gets set. Very good corner there on that soft compound tire.
Yeah, nice exit. Full deployment of the battery. Fastest overall. So there it is. Okay, he's got the fastest lap point. As of now, anyways.
He now is is around 5 seconds off of second place.
And
So he has to hunt that down very quickly.
Prince behind Abe. These guys, he might have the faster tire, but these guys have been very aggressive. Abe and Prince have been fighting this entire race, so getting to them might be one thing, but it's important you don't burn up your tires trying to get back into second place.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh,
Oh,
contact.
big moment there. A little bit of contact. Hopefully Prince still has that front wing. I'm curious still on what that bit of carbon was flying there in turn 1 a couple laps back, if that was one of these 3.
Yeah, it could have been. I don't see any obvious missing pieces of front wing. 3.1 is the gap behind a Havoc. Prince trying to have a peek there. Maybe trying to get Abe to go a little bit more defensive.
Looking further back in the field, this has been the developing battle. Brandon Gas nearly within DRS range. He's been bouncing back and forth between now 3/10 and 1.2 seconds. So he's closing in there on Connor, who has that penalty, and that also means he's closing in on Chief.
Yeah, absolutely. You can see Chief up ahead here, lapping his teammate who is subbing for RBN. The defending champion not here today. Brennan has mirrors full of Purge. Purge on the faster tire. Here he comes. Oh, he's having to let off there. This is going to be interesting.
Gas slightly misses that apex.
Oh, here he
allowing
comes.
for Purge to come back.
That's going to give Gas DRS though. Well, Purge will also have it. Whoa, Gas late on the brakes. They're both regenning. McLaren into the pits in front of them. That's Connor.
So that's going to clear up
Brawler
the
into
path
the
for them.
pits. A couple of these guys on two stoppers. Purge is out
So
in the points.
Gas is now fighting for that 10th place. He might be able to even get up to 9th if they keep closing in on Chief
Chief,
Kangaroo.
yeah, he's on older mediums. Let's actually take a look at the tires here. Chief on 14 lap old medium tires. Gas on 9 lap old hards. And Tyler Fink's on 23 lap old hards. He's gotten the entire race without pitting.
Very impressive for him.
Whoa.
Hopefully he remembers to pit so he doesn't get disqualified.
Actually, I think he did pit on lap 1, now that I remember.
And he's in the pit right now.
Okay, well, right on cue. He's coming into the pits. It's the second time.
I'm fairly sure that was Loud Balloon who pit there on lap 1.
Oh, it was loud. Yes, you're right. Gas trying to get 1 point here. Purge also wants that 1 point. No penalties for these guys. A fake. Comeback Poppy with a penalty. And by the way, Havoc is here. He's caught the battle for effectively second place with the penalties to Propaganda. DRS here. So we get 1. Up the inside of Abe, the Mercedes. Slots into 4th place. La Balloon with a time penalty. They're starting to rack up now for the guys at the back.
Yeah, that was Loud's first penalty of this race.
Slayed to the pits. So we're starting to see these 2 stoppers for these guys that started on softs. Soft, medium, soft.
And this puts Brandon Gas into the points.
Yeah, Gas is officially into the points. His teammate behind him, though, who did out-qualify him, just pit recently. Yeah, I mean, there is an 8-second gap there. I wonder if he gets close to him, will we see some team orders? I'm not sure. I mean, Gas theoretically could still get... Look at this, Chief under a duress from ASAP Purge. They caught up to Chief. I think Chief's tires might be starting to fall off a little bit now.
Yeah, so this has turned into a not only a race for 9th, but a race for 8th.
Yeah, up to 8th. With a caution in Sector 2 up ahead. There's a car off the track.
It looks like it's a V-carb.
It's
Or
Loud
it's a
Balloon.
Williams.
The Williams of
The
Loud
Williams of Loud
Balloon.
Balloon.
And Prince, oh no, Prince with a time penalty here. As
That
Abe
almost
gets
ends
past.
that battle. That ends that battle effectively with Abe.
It does, yeah. It's going to be over for Prince, unless Abe can get a penalty, but that's going to be that done and dusted.
Seven drivers this race having that having a time penalty, largest one being Propaganda with 13 seconds of time penalty, 10 for speeding, and 3 for multiple warnings off going off track.
And here we go. ASAP Purge up the inside. Gets pushed to the middle. Here comes Gas. Can he make it 3 wide? Will he make it 3 wide? Purge gets ahead. Gas trying to get the spot there from Chief. I'll lock up into 1 from the Ferrari.
He does get the spot on Chief there. But
He does.
He will have DRS.
Oh, a virtual
on,
safety car.
Right in time there for Brandon Gas.
What happened in Sector 1? What happened at all? We're trying to figure it out. I don't see anybody off or anything. I don't see anyone missing a front wing. Everyone
Yeah,
looks
no
fine.
large cutting gaps.
So that neutralizes a lot of these battles. Purge now into 8th. Chief's tires are going to be falling off massively here, but it's too late to pit. I think he just has to go to the end, really.
Yeah, it's definitely too late to pit here and get that advantage. Though I'm curious if someone does like like a Tyler Fink or a Clutch, if they do pit for that soft tire, considering how far back they are.
And we go green again. Here comes Prince with his time penalty now, mind you. Clutch in 15th gets a drive-through for speeding under VSC. That's a killer for him. He is 20 seconds ahead of Tyler Fink. Oh, there it is. Loud Balloon's missing the front wing. That's who it was for.
Very interesting from him there.
Loud with an absolutely terrible day out here. And yeah, there it is. Loud's out of the session. By rule, you do have to retire into the pits. Otherwise, you will be disqualified from the race. So, if you're going to retire early.
What's that yellow flag there on the front straight then for?
I would imagine Loud Balloon. I don't know. Could be a weird glitch.
Oh, no, he's exiting. Someone's exiting the pits.
Not sure. It all looks
I'm
well.
sure there.
Important to note, Propaganda is slowly closing in, even though he does have 13 seconds of time penalties.
Caution in sector 1.
Oh, what is it? It's
Looks
a car
like a-
going slowly. Is it a Williams? Oh, there's contact here with Gas and Purge. We'll come back to that here, but we got an intense battle. Don't look now. But
Gas at 9.
Blue Brawler is closing in. Double points for Aston Martin. Can Gas get ahead of Purge? Could they get a 8-9?
Yeah, very curious to see. Ooh, very late on the brakes there for Gas. Trying. Oh, I thought he was going to run into the back of him there.
He almost did. Abe closing again on Prince. He just has to keep that within 3 seconds. Havoc just has to finish within 13 seconds of the car in front.
Could this be a situation we see on the final lap where Blue passes Gas and tries to open up a gap there on Purge so they both can follow through?
It's going to be interesting to see these two fighting, both with DRS. Blue, as Chief goes wide. Chief had a good strategy. He was ahead of these guys, and yeah, he's going to have to come in here. Maybe he's going to go for fastest lap. You have to be in the top 10 to get that point, but he can snatch it off of one of the Haas drivers from front.
Yeah, that might be especially helpful in the team championships since RBN isn't here. They're missing out on a lot of big points.
Problem in sector 2. Who is it? Oh, it's Clutch. Spinning around.
He's backwards off track there, so there won't really be a safety car necessarily. But yeah, this race will finish without under the power of everyone's own cars.
This battle
A lot of contact there.
is closest, and the Blue Brawler is officially here. It's the last lap now for the race leader, who's coming into the pits, by the way. Sweatback Flame. He's coming into the pits on the last lap. What
Is he
is
going on a? He's going on a medium.
So there's not even a fastest lap concern. There must have been, surely. I'll be interested to see what is happening there. Sweatback Flame from the lead of the race on the last
Purge.
lap.
Important to know in that battle, Purge got a penalty.
Disqualified. Sweatback didn't use multiple compounds. From the lead to disqualified. I cannot believe what I'm seeing. He took the wrong tire. He took the wrong tire.
Biblical scenes there for Sweatback Flame. He is out of this race, basically gifting Havoc Gamer the win, and he currently still has that fastest lap.
Yeah, he's not going to get a point for it because he's not in the top 10. Well, no, excuse me, Havoc is in the top 10.
He's in first.
Here comes the battle for the Aston Martins trying to get past Purge. I can't believe what I'm seeing.
This is just a battle on track, as Purge does have that penalty.
Absolutely right. Another battle on track here. Abe trying to get up the inside. Where is Havoc? Let's go to the front of the pack here. Havoc out of the final corner. Trials and tribulations. Qualifying penalty. Pit late. Managed to make a comeback. It's Havoc Gamer taking the win here in Bahrain. Propaganda with that 13-second time penalty. This fight here, Abe could be promoted to second place. We'll have to see across the line. He is. Propaganda down to third. Oh, wow. Prince just missed out on a podium by a 10th. Wow, wow, wow. And we were saying that gamble for Gas did not work. He got up to 7th here at the end of this race. His teammate, I think, will be 8th after the penalty to ASOT Purge. Of course, that could be disputed later on.
And not if he passes him here on track in this final corner, which he's looking pretty close to.
Can we see a swap from the Astons? No, we don't. This is Brandon Gass in 7th. A swap here. It's a 7-8 for Aston. Pretty good teamwork day, I would say. Slay Raccoon gets points. Slay Raccoon with a championship point. I can't believe what I've seen with Sweatback. It was his race. He was dominating. And he forgot to change tire compounds. A rookie mistake, dare I say. I don't think that's ever happened in V1 before. I could be wrong.
Yeah, he was
but
going on. He was trying to go in on that final lap, but he stayed on the medium tire. He never switched that soft compound.
That has got to be heartbreaking. Doesn't even cover it, really.
I almost like to say that was he messed up on his MFD there when he was choosing what tire compound he was going on to.
It looks like he was saying the game. Oh my goodness. Oh, Chief reporting that he got a puncture. That's why Chief lost a lot of pace there. Havoc Gamer wins the race. Driver of the day, fastest lap. Nearly maximum points. Oh, what a disaster though for Haas.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that's ever happened in V1 history. We've seen a disqualification due to that for that reason.
For that reason, yeah, Sweatback saying that he selected softs and it put on mediums for him. Was he out of soft tires? I don't know. I don't know what happened. We don't know the whole situation there.
Yeah, he could have been potentially out of soft tires. He did use multiple sets of soft tires in the in qualifying there, so that could have drained him out prematurely there.
To the advantage. Oh, there you see your final finishing order. It's Havoc, Abe, then Propaganda.
Yeah, looking further down the order, Prince just barely missing out on that podium. Chase Tobin in 5th, with no penalties. Juicy right behind him. Brandon Gass making up from 10th to 7th there after an interesting tire strategy. Blue Brawler and the other Aston Martin finishing right behind him. Aesop Purge, after receiving a penalty, drops down to 9th, with Slay Raccoon in the Williams bumping up to 10th. Connor made up some good positions from, I think it was 13th on the grid. He made it up to 11th. And yeah, all in all, that's your top 10.
Yeah, that was a great race. Very relatively clean. Some bumps here and there, but one of the cleaner races we've seen, especially with a full grid. Very good news going forward. Slay scores a point. Choke Balloon returns a DSQ for not changing tire compounds. Amazing race. Like I said, you never know what you'll get with the V1. That is exactly right, Slay. We never know what to expect. And I can't believe that for Sweatback. That's a huge, huge heartbreaking moment. But let's get third place Propaganda in here, aka Mark, on Discord. I'll invite him to speak. All right.
Hello.
Mark, you got us loud and clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so unfortunate with that speeding penalty. But you did manage to get a podium out of it. Very strong pace all day, fighting up there with Prince and the likes of that. How was that race for you?
It was pretty tough to take that penalty. I could have gotten second place, and as a reserve driver and a rookie, I feel like there's a lot of pressure to perform, because you don't get as many chances for those points. But I'll take a third, especially since it's my first year. But the race was great. Prince worked with me well. We were trying to catch up to the Haas's, but Abel kind of prevented him from getting too far ahead, and I kind of broke the DRS. And my next goal was just to see how far I could get with the 13 second. And luckily for me, Prince got a penalty, though I feel really bad about that because I think he deserved the podium for how well that race went. It was a pleasure racing with them and fighting. They fought very good. Everyone kept it clean. When we had little bumps and scrapes, we all apologized. There was no ill will. and it was great. It was very enjoyable.
Yeah, it was incredible to watch you guys going back and forth all day. That 3-car fight lasted basically the entire race. Well, congratulations on the podium. Super sub, maybe just maybe you can sneak in there, get some more starts, and maybe steal a seat if people don't show up.
Yeah, hopefully. My aim was to just get in the top 5. So a podium hopefully helps people see that I have pace to perform. But Bahrain is one of my best tracks by far. So I was very happy to do well.
Yeah, great race out there. Congrats on the podium, and we're looking forward to maybe seeing you in the future.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. That was third place propaganda. Let's get the runner-up Abe in here.
Hello, hello.
Abe, you got us loud and clear?
Yes, I can hear y'all.
All right. So first of all, what an incredible battle between you, propaganda, and Prince there for basically the entire race. How was that for you?
It was intense. I'm pretty sure I haven't looked in the mirror yet, but my eyes are probably bloodshot right now from how much I was focusing, trying not to, hit anyone or just maintaining pace. But it was so much fun. I think that's like the longest 3-car battle or any battle I've had throughout the race, because no matter what strategy, what lap we pitted on, we ended up all together at the same time. So yeah, it was a lot of fun to race these guys.
Yeah, great race for you. Second place on the day. Did you think you had pace to maybe compete with the leaders there?
I thought in quali, if I nailed a lap, I could be within a tenth with them. I just think I didn't get that clean of a start, and that 3-car battle kind of just held us back from making an indent on Swept, and then Havoc had a good pit stop and basically undercut all of us. So it was a great strategy by those guys, and they're definitely fast as hell. So it's gonna be hard.
Yeah, those Haas boys are really quick. Unfortunate for the leader, the then leader Swept who didn't get the tire change worked out with the game, but yeah, it worked out for you. Second place on the day.
Yep, I was really excited. So great to be back racing, and yeah, excited for the season.
All right, well, best of luck going forward, and we'll see you out there next time.
Thank you, guys.
It looks like Havoc wasn't able to have an interview, so that's going to do it for our round of interviews. Elliot, what'd you think of the first race of V1?
I was very impressed there by the driving. Some surprising stuff there. That disqualification, absolutely insane. Just the amount of penalties, time penalties there. The comeback from the Aston Martins there towards the end of that race. A lot of very important stuff that happened, and yeah, I'm very excited to see how this develops later in the season.
Yeah, lots and lots of storylines throughout the field. Brandon Gass with that super long stint that looked like it wasn't going to work for a little while. He was stuck in 13th, 14th, and then he slowly clawed his way up through the field and got a pretty strong finish. Chief Denkaroo finishing out of the points due to a late puncture. A lot of balloons, miserable day. Lots of storylines. Lots of great racing. V1's back. That's all I can say.
V1 is back.
All right, folks. Well, everyone watching at home, thanks for tuning in. We will see you in 1 week's time. Be sure to watch Thursday. The Vantage Pro Series heads to Iowa in the playoffs. Friday Night Fenders finale at Homestead on Friday, of course, and then a VIR doubleheader with Formula America, followed by the Vantage Indy Special League. And then 1 week from today, Jeddah V1. We'll see you guys there, all on YouTube. Have a good night, and we'll see you guys next time.